Oh,
Alrighty.
oh, Jesus.
Yep, I'm feeling it.
I'm feeling it.
Holy shit.
Oh, my God. I love this. So good. Yeah. Chin chin.
Ching, ching. Ching, 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 ching. Change me. But I can't change time. And that leads us into today's episode of the Sketchbook Heroes podcast with me, Ilyas.
And me, Robert.
Exactly. And today we're going to be talking about, or we're going to revisit our young selves.
Yes.
While under the influence of good times. And and we're going to sort of like go back and give ourselves some advice that we could have used growing up as artists.
Probably.
I had a better name for this episode. I had it when we were in there. I just lost it because of reasons.
I'm like, I got nothing.
Okay, cool.
Awesome.
We're also going to be talking about this week's homework, From Dusk Till Dawn, at the very end.
So if you haven't seen it, pause this and go watch it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you really need to.
Yeah, you need to watch this movie.
Yeah, because we're going to geek out.
Yeah.
And of course, Mando update.
And
I will just talk briefly about my, the progress of my project during the tools section. And yeah.
Yep. No, I did not go down as I planned.
No.
Not in a straight line.
Do you want some water?
No, I'm good.
You sure?
I'll just
stick to the alcohol.
Stick to the alcohol.
Fuck yeah.
I keep hitting my phone with my glass. Clink, 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 clink. I'm not drunk. I'm just lemon.
Yeah, it's going to be the theme of today.
Yes. Ding. Every time you say something good, until someone breaks the glass.
Yeah, exactly.
And ruins these beautiful
IKEA glasses. Yeah.
No, I meant the beautiful, we'll break the glasses, but then ruin the chairs.
Oh, yeah.
And the chairs, I don't think we'll ever find again.
No, probably not. So let's
not ruin them.
Yeah.
I'm going to close my legs like Basic Instinct style.
Yes.
Oh, my God,
Please.
I can't do this. This is nuts.
Don't Basic Instinct me. So how you been, bro?
It's good. It's been really good, yeah. We had a small birthday party for my son. And very small because
exactly.
Yeah, it was just
small.
like he had 3 friends over.
Oh, but that's awesome.
And that was it.
So is that like his best friends?
Yeah.
Or
one of them slept over.
Oh, really?
He stayed spontaneously. He wanted to really stay because they've never done it. And they had a fucking blast because they did not play video games. Like they did some iPad stuff, but they didn't really, they just played.
Really?
And they played so much. And I asked my son like the day after, I was like, oh, what did you like the most about your birthday? Like, what did you like, something you got or, and he was like, just like my friend.
Oh, that's
like
awesome.
That he was there.
All right.
They had such a good fucking time.
That's exactly what you want to hear, I think. Because that's my worry, because not being a parent, but having a kid, that they're going to become the slave to the pad.
Oh, they do.
All of that. Like, whereas we, of course, we were slaves to the TV as well. And video games. Yeah, all of that. And but we were still we were still drawing and we were still out like skating and doing acrobatics and
But
that's the thing. We did like a 50-50 almost.
Yeah.
Like we were always active as kids.
But they get more options. You know what I mean? Like the internet never runs out of stuff.
No,
like
that's
YouTube.
True.
We didn't have that. Like when you played a video game for a while, you got tired of it.
Yeah.
And you went to your friend's house or, you went out to meet friends and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's true.
They don't do that as much now as we used to.
That's my worry.
Yeah. So it is my worry too. But then again, we all eventually turn out fine.
I guess.
Like you get other interests and that awakens something else in you and you just...
Or you just get really fat.
Or you get fat. Yeah. Cool. So, how have you been, dude?
I've been good. This week has been like actually really good. I'm finding my way back to the old me. And what that means is happiness. Like I used to be the guy that was the most positive and most energetic dude in the room. Mm-hmm. I am that again. Like cool. I take over the studio. I talk to everybody's clients. When they leave, they turn around and like, oh, bye, Robert. Like almost like they were at me.
They say your name and your social security number and your Visa card number.
Yeah, and then they sue me. Yeah, no. So like, it really feels great. I feel like I am finding my way back to the person that I want to be, and like business is really good, and like Tinder is starting to actually, like I'm talking to people.
Oh yeah.
Because it is a slow start. Like, you need to get into it, and
dude, it came too late.
I know. Like, it is still, like, it is too late for me as well. So I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
I've never seen the Tinder app like open. Like, except when you showed me.
Yeah.
You showed me. That was the first time I saw Tinder.
A quick breakdown of how it works.
Yeah,
yes.
That was my first experience.
Yeah,
like,
but I am still new to it. And, like, in all honesty, I have no idea what I'm doing. So my approach is, like, I'm just going to be me, all cards on the table. Fuck it. Like, if it doesn't work, I don't care. Like, I don't care. Like, seriously, I need to have a person that really understands me and that I can vibe with.
Yeah.
You know. And I mean, that's the whole point of dating in general.
I think so.
And I mean, how else am I supposed to date today? Like, there is no... I'm not going to go out and just sit waiting in a bar for somebody to come in, because I'm going to be alone at that fucking bar.
That is a thing, yeah.
Yeah. So, like, Tinder, yeah, let's do it. But, I mean, it gives me energy, and it gives me something to do at night. And, like, you know, you don't feel alone anymore because you have these people to talk to.
Yeah, and also Corona, so you don't hang out with a lot of people either.
But, like, and the cool thing is, too, that it's, like... Because I have it like the worldwide thing, like so it's I don't have like a limit
just,
to So it's a global Tinder, so I can talk to anybody. And like, I'm talking to a really cool person in Italy, for example, and like getting an update of the like what it's like living in Milan at this stage, and you know. So it's not really about dating. It's more like just actually talking to people. Exactly. And that feels really great. It gives me a lot of positive energy, cool. You know. Yeah. So yeah, it's really, really good. And business is crazy. I am booked until February.
That's awesome.
So like, yeah. Now, if I get sick now, I am fucked. But yeah, fully booked until February. That's awesome. Like, I can really start relaxing, but then again, it's like Christmas now. I do not have a lot of money at this point. I have a lot of bookings in the future.
Yeah.
That does not mean I am rich now. And
you get paid when you fucking do the job.
Exactly. Yeah. So, and also I am doing tomorrow, actually, I'm doing a really, really cool project that is like also why I feel like I needed a drink today to calm my nerves, because I am working with my hero on the same person at the same time. Like this is going to be really, really awesome if we can like manage to do this correctly, which I hope we will. But yeah, me and Nelson Hardy, who is the owner of the shop that I am working in, and pretty much the reason that I am a tattoo artist today. Like, we are doing like the client, like each of the client's hands at the same time, like doing it together.
Shit, so it's he's almost, gonna be sitting like this.
Yep. So like he's not gonna be able to move.
Do shit.
It's gonna be super expensive.
Shit. Yeah,
but it's really cool because like Nelson is a type of guy that draws up really early on and shows the clients this is the design that I'm thinking, and I am the guy that's like, I show you on the day. And I am like, I'm sticking to my way of working and he is sticking to his way of working. So he's already sent the stuff to the client, and the client has no idea what I'm doing.
Oh my God.
But the cool thing there is that Nelson sent me the design as well, so I have something to base your
design off.
So it's going to be sort of matching-ish.
But not.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
so
you'll
totally
have
different
the same.
And then to add on to like just go even deeper with it, the hand that I am tattooing is the hand that is like, how do I say this in the right way? The sleeve that he has on that arm is made by my master, Marcus.
Oh, shit.
So, Marcus made the full sleeve, and I am finishing off the sleeve as his apprentice. So that's also like an extra level of awesomeness with this
full
project.
Circle type of thing,
in so many ways. So I am super excited about this project, and I'm super nervous about it as well. Like seriously, I'm sweating just talking about it. But the design that I have started and will be finishing tonight is really cool. And
But is it just original stuff?
I'm basing it off a watercolor painting that I found on Pinterest of a bat with watercolor flowers. But I'm taking that design and then tweaking it and redrawing it in my style. Because the whole theme of this guy is nature themed. Like everything that he does, he's a scout leader, and he's in nature pretty much all the time.
Nature guy.
He even makes his own sort of, what's that called? Like the dry food, you know?
Oh shit! Yeah, I don't even know what that's called. Yeah.
So he's all in it. So. Yeah, nature theme, but he really wanted my style of the geotrash stuff.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But it's such a cool, sorry for that long tangent, but it really is. Tomorrow is going to be epic. It's going to be epic. So epic, in fact, that I bought a GoPro-ish. I even don't know what it's called, but it's a small camera that I can record.
Shell and go.
Yes, exactly. Shell and go. And the cool thing is that this guy that we're tattooing actually works for Shelling Company.
Boom. Get sponsors, man. Get sponsorship.
He should have given me this camera. No, but now I have one of those GoPro-ish cameras that I can record my private stuff with. My private stuff. Yes. I'm on Tinder now, so I need...
So you need all your privates filmed. Okay, yes.
Okay, oh my God, fuck.
Okay, yeah. And also... Thank you to everyone who's listening, shouting the podcast. We see you. We appreciate everything.
We love you.
The more you make fun of us, the better.
Please. Yes. Yes. It makes my day.
It's always fun. Yeah. And whoever dares sit on in the bathroom and send us a picture, you're the winner.
Yeah, because we know.
We know.
Yeah,
we know.
Fucking know.
We know how happy you are there when this is being recorded.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but seriously, when you leave a review, it won't give us new listeners directly, but anyone unsure about the podcast can go in and read your kind words or your jokes or
your hatred
and get make a decision to listen to us. So, and I think those are the listeners that we want. So, if you take the time to rate us, thank you.
Yeah. Yes. And with that said, let's cue the fucking intro song because that's what everybody's waiting for. Seriously. Yes, let's do it.
Exactly. And while that happens...
Cheers. Yeah, let's fill it up, bro.
Nah, shit, that didn't work. Oh, there you are.
Hey.
Accidentally hit the glass.
So Elias is new to the whole bag and box thing. So
I didn't even know how that little thing worked.
It's actually, there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Intro song, go.
Artists of the world unite. Step out of your comfort zone into the danger zone.
They loved 80s cartoons, even with beards and tattoos. You know they haven't changed at all. Filling sketchbooks every night, getting better with each line. Sketchbook hero, imagination burning. Sketchbook hero, sketchbook hero, pick up the sketchbook hero. They don't seem to have any line.
The part where you said you were going to cut it out.
Exactly.
But we're back.
We are back.
And we're going to revisit our past selves and just go through some points that I think were important and some points that you think were important.
Yeah. I mean, we are in very different parts of our lives or different areas of the art world.
The art world, yeah.
So,
And
we're going to have very...
about it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the cool thing because, I have very different feedback to myself and I'm sure you have very different to you. So this will be like, I'm super interested in hearing what you have to say to yourself.
The more I think about it, though, because when I was growing up, except the drawing part of life, I was very into martial arts, and I wanted to be a Ninja Turtle,
Dude,
like
we're
we've said. I know, that's what I mean. And that was such a big focus for such a big part of my life that drawing took a backseat. Yeah, backseat in this sort of pursuit.
It was never the goal.
It was never the goal.
It was just a fun thing.
It was a fun thing, and
it was more or less like the stuff that we did together.
Yeah.
For me, at least. Like, I didn't draw a lot by myself in that way. Like, it was more when we hung out, we drew.
I think we drew a lot more then.
Yeah.
But
when I was alone, I think I played more video games and watched movies. I didn't
like
draw
on and off for me. Like on and off. Like
if
sometimes
anything, I think I drew only to like show you and like impress you.
And your dad.
And my dad, of course. But
yeah.
But I think, so I'd never, up until a certain point, that is. Like, I think maybe 15, 16 is when it really switched for me.
I think so, same. Like, I think when I discovered American comics is when I really...
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But it was still, like, I still wanted to do the martial art thing, but also that, but martial art was always the bigger thing.
Yeah.
But that, like, I guess my dreams were never really clear. I just wanted to do cool shit.
I mean...
Yeah.
Like,
and I still do want to do cool shit.
I had that realization when I was maybe 23, 24.
Yeah.
Where everything that I've done to that point was just to get chicks.
Like, a lot of that, too.
Yeah.
I don't think martial art was a lot to get chicks because nobody cared.
Like, I didn't think about it at the time, but when I broke it down in my head, like, that was, like, the base of everything. Of course I did that because that would make me look cooler so I could get chicks. Okay. Well, then I drew that and became good at drawing so I could impress chicks. Like, I could break it down to that one common denominator, and it was so horrible when I realized that because I am also very, you can't be a man and say you are a feminist because it's impossible. Like, you can be pro-feminism and you can be pro-women, but being a feminist, I think, is almost impossible as a man in that way. Like,
I don't think it's impossible. I think it's just that.
No, but get me right.
Yeah, I had a lot of strong women in my life, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, so you get that early on.
Yeah.
But I do get what you mean,
and I do as well. Like, so my dad came into sort of our lives really when we were like 11, 12, 13. Because he was always away on business trips. Like, he was home 1 day a week.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
That was it. So my mom and my sister were like my parents. So for me, women has always been...
Like dominant.
Yeah.
Family, yeah.
So, like, feminism isn't like a crazy thing in my head. It's just the way it is.
For me as well. Like, mom made all the decisions.
Of
like,
course.
dad was just tagging along.
They are like... the smarter and better sex. Like, without a doubt.
Without a doubt, yeah.
Like, seriously, they would do fine without men.
Yeah, but men are like, let's juggle the babies. And women are, like, planned.
Yeah.
Like, they don't, we're crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
We're crazy.
Like, and they're smart enough to, manufacture babies if they want to. Like, we are not necessary apart from having an erect penis every once in a while. Like, that's our duty.
We're stupid.
And it's so sad. Yeah. Especially from working with Huckleberry and because they are so proactive with all of this stuff, which is also why I loved working there so much.
I think just like, because I don't like, oh, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this. Just a decent person to people, like, you don't care if people are gay or whatever the fuck they are,
They're
like,
people.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like,
We're
whatever,
all humans.
whatever you identify as doesn't have an impact on me.
Exactly.
Like, it's all fine.
Yeah.
It's just like, if you're nice to me, I'll be nice to you. If you're an asshole, I'll try to be nice, and then I won't ever see you again if you're not a nice person.
Unfollow you.
Yeah, exactly. And if I have the option to unfollow you,
or
I'll
block
unfollow you. And that is basically as far as I would label myself.
Yeah.
Like, just be decent. Like, be a nice person to people. But let's revisit our 16-year-old selves for reals.
Yep.
And sort of like, what is the first thing you would tell yourself back then that you see so clearly now, or whatever the fuck it is?
Well, if it isn't overly obvious, don't start becoming a fucking carpenter. Like, you're a retard.
But
You're a retard, Robert. Don't get into that field. You are an artist. You should be pursuing something with art. Or even do the Ilias way.
But you did it.
Yeah, I did. No,
eventually.
It gave me 2 extra years of school.
Yay!
Fantastic.
School.
Yeah, so I was left behind. But that made me the cooler
kid. Yeah, that's what I mean.
I could buy the booze.
You were the Josh Hartnett of that school.
Yes! Oh my
right?
God.
Boom. Fucking surge.
The best comparison ever. Yes. From the faculty, Josh
there
Hartnett.
You go.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Oh my God, that's the best compliment I've ever.
Damn it.
Ding.
Ding. Come on.
Yeah, tink.
Tink-ish.
Tink it.
Oh, you got it, son of a
No, but
bitch.
you need to hold the...
Yeah,
the-
I should have
the
held it.
Yes.
Good enough.
Yes, for sure.
But you're
like,
welcome.
I had the tattoos.
That is a movie we should also revisit.
The Faculty.
Revisit.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he was the coolest.
Mm-hmm.
Still in...
And Elijah Wood, right?
Yep. What's the show? Penny Dreadful.
Yeah.
Like, I still
He's
loved
awesome.
him. He was
Yeah.
like the coolest guy
But he's
there, too.
always awesome.
I think he's doing something new again. Yes, something
Very
like
nice,
actually
yeah.
kind of cool new as well.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so with you then, like going back, the first thing that comes to mind, 16 years old, what would you slap into your face?
Yeah, I fucking don't even know
Would you
anymore.
go to school, or are you happy with that choice?
Yes, I should have gone to school. Like, because that part of school was free, basically, you know.
Because you could have done everything you did, but also
Yes.
gone to school.
I wish I would have done that and learned some of the basic shit I skipped. I think that is... It's not a regret. I don't regret shit. Like,
Because if you would have gone to like the art class that I went to,
I think so.
that wasn't
And
school.
I did apply to that.
Yeah.
I did apply to
And
that.
you got
and
in.
I got in
Yeah,
easily.
we both did.
Yeah.
Like, and we both.
I think I applied 1 year after you because you gave me tips on how to get in. Because I was
Yeah.
working by the time
Yeah.
you applied to that. And
Yeah,
then
that's right.
you were doing it, and you were like, yeah, but you can talk to this teacher, and they're awesome, and this dude is this, and then I did go there.
And they were
and then,
awesome.
Yeah, because I applied to all the art schools,
Mm.
and I didn't go to any of them. I even got into that stupid one in the fancy one in the city, whatever it's
So the
called.
tone?
Yes, that one.
Yeah.
I got in. They just they saw the work that I did send in.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't do any of the tests or anything, and they were like, "You got a spot, and just show up."
And
But then I was a cunt.
Yeah.
At 6. I was older here. I was like 18 maybe. Still a cunt.
yeah,
I did not go.
no.
I did not show. Still regret that a little.
Yeah.
Nah. Well, I should have gone. I don't regret it. I don't care.
I mean,
now,
we're-
but
we're-
I should have gone. I think it would have been valuable.
Maybe would have
to
sped up things.
I think that I would have gotten a nicer sort of understanding of, like oil paints and stuff like that.
The basics.
Yeah, get a guided sort of.
Fundamentals. I guess.
Yeah, learn more of that shit because I had
because that's what school is. You get
Yeah.
to test all of these cool
that's
things.
what I mean, and
you don't have to
and
buy.
in Sweden,
the
you don't
stuff.
even have to fucking pay for school.
You get
up to
free
that
food.
point. That's what I mean. Like
Yeah.
it's all free up to that point.
Yeah.
Like
You
so,
get
I should have
money,
gone. Yeah, fucking, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I should have gone. I wish because I didn't do anything else with my time.
Yeah.
I was doing martial arts, sure,
Yeah.
but that was basically it, and working.
Yeah.
And I did actually save like $10,000, so it's not all bad.
No.
But then I fucking wasted that money being young and stupid because I
As
couldn't
you
get a
do.
job. Yeah, I
Yeah.
couldn't get a job past 16, so it kind of died.
Yeah.
But yeah, I should have definitely gone to school. That is maybe the first thing, just to get my art
On point.
on point. Yeah.
Yeah, or like in the right direction, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so with all of that aside, let's go into like more art-wise.
Yeah.
Like us starting out as these beginner artists, having no idea at all what the fuck we were
Yeah.
doing, or what we wanted to do,
Mhm.
or what the options were. Where I don't even know how to start tackling this.
Yeah,
to be honest.
I think
Like,
I do.
what-
I think I started like if we set aside our like baby years.
But so we mentioned this in the last episode, but you were the guy that introduced Battle Chasers to me
Yeah.
after doing the little small praktik, what do you call
yeah,
it? Like
yeah,
working
but it was
thing
like
in the comic book shop.
Yeah, I was working there for 2 weeks as a kid, where you try out working at different places. I don't know what the English equivalent is. I was an intern, basically.
But that book changed my life.
Yeah.
But you had already gotten
I had
into
already
it.
gotten into it, and that's where I was going to start.
Exactly.
Because I think, like, discovering American comics, because we were already watching manga and shit. Or anime,
and reading Turtles or watching Turtles.
Yeah, watching Turtles.
Spawn, and like all of that had come before this.
Spawn. No, Spawn came later than Gen 13, because Gen 13 came before that.
No, I bought my first Spawn in '96.
Yeah, and Gen 13, I discovered it. I don't remember. Like, fuck it. It's
96.
really early. It's around those years.
We're 12, 96.
Yeah, exactly. And I discovered it at when we went to school and they were teaching us about finding our way around the city.
Oh, yeah.
That's when I found the first Gen 13 comic.
And that's when I bought my first Spawn.
Oh, well, then it's probably the same.
Because I got
thing.
that's 60 or 100 crowns from my parents to buy lunch.
Exactly.
And I bought the first issue of Spawn.
That is actually worth money.
I still have it. Like, it's not worth money. It's the Swedish one.
Yeah, but the Swedish one wasn't popular and was sent back and destroyed. So there aren't as many copies of it. So if it's in mint condition, it's not a lot of money. It's like a
few thousand.
Yeah, exactly.
Like maybe two.
Yeah, at 2 at the most.
But I do have it in prime mint.
Yeah. But when I discovered Gen 13, I was drawing it all the time. I was trying to it taught me that and Witchblade actually.
Oh, Witchblade!
It taught me
I totally forgot about Witchblade.
Because what he did,
and
what
Darkness.
Michael Turner, and Darkness, that was introduced a bit later.
Yeah. I got
and then got the side thing. Yeah,
that was.
I
my
drew
obsession.
those little creatures all the time.
You were Witchblade. I was so into Darkness.
But the cool thing is that it taught me that there's something that I hadn't seen before is how it taught me to cheat. It was like, oh, this is how you could draw a nose. That isn't that complicated.
It's just like a little dent and then a line.
Or 2 dents and a line in the middle. Whatever the fuck, depending on the artist. So I started learning these cheats.
And I learned them from you?
Yeah, and then I also learned how to draw hands from comics, where they just put, 3 fingers together, and then the index finger was free.
The Jim Lee.
Yeah, exactly, like that thing. I was starting to do that. And then I was like, oh, but now I can release the pinky. And, exactly that.
Yeah, I have it on my arm.
It on a fucking arm.
Yeah.
But it's such a fucking good way to learn.
Yeah.
Because then you just think about big shapes. Big shapes.
Yeah.
And it still looks like a hand. And then you started separating the fingers. Then you started, foreshortening them. And I can't say that I'm an expert or anything, but it still helped me get going. It's like the training wheels
came off.
Yeah, exactly. Very I could start sort of imitating what it would look like in big shapes. And then eventually, something clicks in your brain and you're like, oh, I can separate them like this. And then Joe Madureira took it to another level.
God. Yeah.
Because he taught me that you could make the fingers, you could do this.
Yeah.
And just break them off,
If you do a tiger claw.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And it's just they were so simplified. Still super complex. I could never perfectly imitate what they were doing.
No.
But they taught me so many shortcuts that it
was
made
so
art
easy
fun.
to understand.
Exactly. Yeah. Especially the pencil work. If you saw their sketches.
Yeah.
That was for me an eye opener. And I think I started really well. And what I would have told myself back then, though, was to focus. Do the same thing. Keep doing the same thing. Because I know that a lot of people are like, oh, I don't like doing the same thing. It gets boring, blah, blah, blah. No, just do boring. This is the time where you do boring. Or just keep drawing. And then I would have said draw from, several artists. Because I got stuck on the same one.
Yeah. The Bobby Chu thing.
The Bobby Chu thing. And I think Koteri Inc. also says that, but it's just it's such a good tip.
So, okay, just to break in there, who is your, who are you the watered down version of when you were 16?
J. Scott Campbell.
J. Scott Campbell?
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
With a touch of Michael Turner, like Witchblade.
And for me, it wasn't 16, but for me, Humberto Ramos.
Yeah, but Humberto Ramos came in along the way as well, but I just wasn't there for the cutesy.
My world.
Yeah.
Oh my God. The
You loved Crimson.
Crimson was
Out There.
Yeah, Crimson and Out There.
Yeah.
Pretty much, like, just period. That's...
And shout out to Moose.
Yes. Yeah. We know you're a kindred spirit, my friend.
Yeah, and I don't know what your last name is, but Utekul or something like that.
Utekul. Oh, yeah.
Imagine that I said that with a cool French accent.
We're drinking red wine, my friend. So
Oui,
we're
oui,
as
oui.
French as we can be in this episode.
Exactly.
Yes.
No baguettes, but hey,
Hey!
we love you.
Salute!
Is that French?
I hope so.
We're at least idiots still.
Yeah,
Even
always.
drunk, still idiots.
Still.
But yeah.
Yeah.
So it's awesome that you got back to us and told us that you had the same like beginnings.
Actually, yes.
It is so much fun to hear that we weren't the only dorks affected by
route.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. I think there's so many more of us out there.
But I wish I would have, because I stuck with drawing the comic stuff a lot.
Yeah.
But I wish I was a bit more focused going, onward, like learning more things.
Yeah.
Not just drawing, women. Like
Yeah.
boobies. I don't know. I guess it's a 16-year-old thing. I don't know.
So is that like your second thing
I would
to
say,
to
yeah,
yourself?
to just keep practicing. Widening my horizons,
Yeah.
but keep drawing the same type of stuff to really get good at it, because this is stuff that I had to revisit later
Yeah.
at 27 and really, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
older in the industry being equally stupid.
Mhm.
So I had to sort of like learn what I could have learned back then.
Yeah.
So being in the industry, that sucked.
It's like running 50 marathons when it's only the one marathon you're supposed to run. And you
you have to run a couple. Yeah.
You finish the 50 and you still have to go back to the starting point
Yeah.
and realize that, oh shit, it was just that one.
Yeah.
Like, I
No, but
don't
that's
know.
what it feels like. It feels
Yeah.
like I have to put in so much more work than everyone else because I didn't train for this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
So it's just like you keep swallowing that blood in your mouth.
Yep.
Just like,
Just keep going.
yeah, you
Yeah.
just have to finish with the rest of them, but you don't have the cardio for it. It's
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
It's a stupid way of doing anything.
Yeah. And for me, I mean, obviously now knowing that I would end up as a tattoo artist, I would have tried to steer my way towards that. But I always drew that kind of stuff. Like I've always been drawn to that type of motif, like something that would look good as a tattoo or like a t-shirt design.
Yeah, you
Like-
always did one-offs.
Exactly.
Basically, like just compositions of
Exactly.
stuff.
I never did like a full with the background
No.
and all of that. It was always like a character with
Mhm.
something and it just like popped.
Yeah.
So in that sense, like I was already there, but maybe had like opened up a tattoo magazine,
Mhm.
like just to see like tattoos and what
Yeah.
you could do with tattoos earlier on,
Yeah.
rather than, wanting a tattoo, but not actually looking up that stuff
Yeah.
and going and getting a tattoo and then starting to realize that world at
Mm-hmm.
18, But even then, not even checking out tattoo magazines. Like that was never a thing.
Nope. They were expensive also. We didn't
Yes.
have cash.
Yeah, that's
We had
that's the
like,
thing.
I think we had like $79
yeah.
a month.
Yeah.
And you had to like, if you wanted to buy clothes or something,
Or movies.
or movies or whatever nerdy hobby you had.
And back then movies
That
were
was
like half
Dude,
of that.
they were half of that.
Mhm.
Yeah, holy dicks.
And they were really bad.
And you couldn't
You
just
didn't know.
Google the
You
fucking
didn't know
trailer.
if it was good or not.
Well, that's what I mean. You
It was
just like
like-
the cover,
you're like-
and they were like Jackie Chan is in it,
You're like-
and it was just like like we'll just use the name.
Mm-hmm. Always.
Yeah, always exactly. You're like, I didn't see this trailer.
Did you hear something?
No.
Sorry. Just felt like a few people coming in. Like it was
No, I
so
didn't hear
weird.
it.
I heard something in the headphones. Weird.
But yeah.
Yeah. So tattoos for sure. Like trying to just realize that is an option for you, bro.
Mhm.
Because for me, like seriously, until I was 30, I didn't think of myself as
Yeah, when the fuck did you start as a tattoo apprentice? Was it 30?
Yeah.
Never too old, folks.
never too old.
If we're gonna
No.
wink back to
Like
old.
I started doing tattoos when I was 25-ish. Like
Yeah, I
that's
remember
when I
that.
got the kit. Like
and
the
that
starting
is
kit.
insane how terrible those tattoos were.
Oh my god, yes. Yes.
Like, holy shit, how were you even tattooing anyone?
No, I didn't know what I was doing. I had no idea what I was doing. I tried YouTubing and Googling and, getting what I could from whatever I saw. But I didn't have anybody to tell me this was right, this was wrong, this is what you need to think about, blah, 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 blah. I just fucking did it. And had people wanting to get tattoos from me.
That is insane.
I got money for doing
But I think
those.
that is the thing as well, that...
it's horrible.
Remember when you sucked at art, but people still wanted stuff from you?
Yeah.
Even more than now?
Yes.
I think now they're more terrified of me because the skill is, at a level where...
It's the price.
It's the price, yeah.
It's
No, but I just mean that
yeah,
people were more sort of inclined at that age to ask you for shit. Whereas now it's very selective who asks you for shit. And you can tell pretty early on if someone wants art from you because it starts off super stale and sort of like the way you wouldn't talk to someone.
Yeah.
Because usually it's like, hey, bud, what are you doing today? Like that. But then when they want something, it's like, hey, how are you? Question mark. Yeah. No, but I mean, like, it's in a different, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, you feel that sort of awkwardness.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh, I immediately think of our friend Martin.
Martin, yeah.
Yeah. Whenever he wants a tattoo.
But that's because he thinks you're scary.
It's so weird. He's gotten so many tattoos from me now, too. Like, we've been working.
That's just weird.
So but still, whenever he writes, it's always like, hey, how's it going?
Hey, I hate
and
that.
That's it.
And we've talked about that
until I reply to that.
The worst way to talk to anyone. Hi, how you doing, man? Wondering if I could get a tattoo. Boom, you send that. That is cool because you ask how they're doing and you get to the point.
And you're like, thank you. Awesome.
Yes, awesome.
I'm doing great. Let's fucking do this. I got this time.
Yeah. Oh, man. I want to say...
what are we doing?
But I automatically want to say no when people just like, no. Like,
exactly.
How are you? No.
Exactly.
No.
Or like when I see that, I'm like, well, I'll just wait. Like, I'm not gonna...
Dude,
I don't have time to reply to you right now.
No, dude. I always, I have this guy
like
writing in that.
I feel like an ass because he is, like, legit cool dude.
No, he's awesome.
We always have so much fun whenever we hang out.
Yeah.
But because he does it that way,
it becomes
it's
weird.
It's like, dude, you're gonna have to suffer because you did it that way. Just get to the fucking point.
Yeah.
We're gonna rock it when we get together.
Yeah.
Just get to that point. Yes. Yeah.
But it's like, yeah. Let's leave that. Okay, second
Tangents.
or third, whatever the fuck
one.
we are at.
Yeah. So for me, it was like introduce the tattoo business as an option early, like really early. We're talking as soon as possible. And not just be like, oh, there's only these specific wizards that can do the tattoos.
Yeah.
No, like you can do too, bro. That would have been I think almost the number one thing I would have said, to be honest. But yeah, in all fairness, number 2. All right, number 3, what would that be?
Oh, fuck, I don't even know. The thing is, I didn't even know what kind of jobs you could do within art. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Now, I know a bazillion types of jobs you could do within art. But I think one of the things I would have told myself is get good enough. Get good enough.
What do you mean by that then?
At drawing. All of it. Because I thought I was good enough for a long time.
So, I mean, you were already there.
No, I thought mentally that I was good enough.
No, but how would you be able to say, like, this is good enough?
No,
you're not there yet. Like, what would you...
But the thing is, my work, when I go back and look at it...
Imagine yourself telling this to a 16-year-old person.
Yeah, exactly. But that's the thing. Like, I don't know how this would have... Like, I'm not saying that what I'm saying now... I don't even think I was susceptible to whatever I'm saying right now.
Of course not.
I was an idiot. You know what I mean?
Listening
I was an
to
idiot.
People?
Yeah, exactly that. Because people told me to pursue art.
Yeah.
And that made me not want to. You know what I mean?
We're fucking hipsters.
Dude.
So much.
Hipsters,
before hipsters
idiots.
Was a thing.
Yeah, and that's what a hipster would say.
Yeah.
And but that's the thing. Shit, we should drink every time. This is kind of good. Idiots.
Yes.
No, but seriously, I could have I could have given myself a video recording of where I'm at, and I would have been like, I don't want that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, That's how much of an idiot I was.
100%.
Too cool for school.
You're like, that's not J. Scott Campbell.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Something like that would. I'm not interested in that.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
corporate bullshit. I don't like money.
Yeah.
I don't know what I would have said, but I was an idiot, clearly. Sitting here a couple of years later, being stupid.
Yeah.
But I would have just told myself to really focus on art and really, really try to get good. Because for a while there, I wasn't trying to get good. I think after the whole comic thing, like maybe, let's say 20 to like 25. Yeah. Total moron. Did nothing to get better.
100%. Yes.
I did nothing to get better at art.
No.
Like, I was drawing every now and then, like...
But we were partying, hanging out, doing acrobatics.
A lot of that.
Just stupid fucking shit.
Like, I'm not against doing those things, but I did have time to draw because I didn't have kids. I didn't have a job sometimes, No, but
you had
on
the
and off.
time.
But I have the time.
Yeah.
I just did nothing. I was like, I don't feel it.
Yeah.
I don't want to be bored. Or this sucks. I'll just play some video.
We're pretty much the same.
Yeah, but it was just like...
We've just been lucky.
Yes. And that's the thing. When I got my first art job that was, a real job where they paid me money that I didn't deserve, was at 27. That's when I got in. And it was so stressful. I felt like Andy fucking Dwyer from Parks and Rec that I didn't even know what the fuck I was doing, and I was just hired.
Exactly that. But that's the thing. Like, how do you prepare like the younger self for that?
Yeah, but
it's pretty impossible.
It is. The thing is, all these sort of like I would have told myself that I know for a fact that I wouldn't have gotten it back then.
Yeah.
But this is just sort of like whoever does get it, because there are some of you out there, this is for you, sort of the things that we were too dumb to notice. Because I think the age that people get good today is way lower than the age and the amount of people that were getting good back then. Oh my God,
100%.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You get introduced to a lot of these things way earlier. So if you're one of these kids that is sober at home listening to us idiots talk to you, learn from our mistakes.
Yes, please just try to really understand what the fuck we're saying.
Yeah, because
I know it's difficult.
Because if it sucks now, you don't have to suck later.
Exactly.
When you're trying to prove, because you want to suck in your sketchbook while you're practicing.
Yeah.
You don't want to suck too much at your job. You know what I mean?
No, exactly.
Like, and you will.
And if you wait long enough, you're gonna have to suck to get money.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That was terrible.
Did we say we were
drunk?
drunk?
That was shit. Didn't you like last time I looked at your glass, it was like half full.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna refill yours,
I'm filling up everything.
I'm filling you up. But yeah, try to learn. No, but seriously, try to learn, because it is such a fucking time saver later. There is nothing worse than trying to stress, like trying to reach Robert, give him my glass.
No, there's nothing worse than
than trying to play catch up when you got the job. It's super stressful. And if you're single, I guess it's fine. You could work, night shifts and shit when no one's watching. Thanks, brother. Thank you. But it is not like, I know I've done it. I know some other famous artists that have done it. You do learn eventually, but it takes a lot of fucking, time and stress to get there. And stress is something like, if you get too much of it, you can get kind of sensitive to stress, like I am.
But that's something that is a very normal thing today with kids. Yeah. Like, I just remembering back to when Sophia, my sister's kid, the oldest one, she's 18 now.
Podcast.
Yeah.
4th episode.
Exactly. She introduced us in the podcast. Yeah. But she was 12 years old.
Yeah.
And already ran into the wall, so to speak. Well, like within parentheses.
Bunny ears. Official term.
Like from stress.
That is insane. I didn't know what stress was.
12 years old. What's that? 6th grade?
Yeah, dude.
Like, you're not even in high school yet.
I feel you.
And she's already stressing out because of school.
Yeah.
So
that
I can't
insane.
even begin to
Dude,
imagine.
I did not
what
have
these
that
kids...
respect for school to
No.
stress.
Oh
I got my
God.
Like the first time I got stressed, I was over 30. You know what I mean? Like real stress where it affected me long term or like had an effect on my life.
Yeah.
It was after 30.
No. I had it in like university level.
Yeah.
Like
I never went that far.
But that was because, I was dependent on getting money because of
if you
studying.
failed,
And I had failed a couple of classes and didn't meet the quota
of
getting money. Mm-hmm. So it's like, oh my God, like I have such a hectic schedule and I still need to do these things from last year to get money.
Yeah.
And then bam, the wall. Like I couldn't get out of bed. Like it was that bad. I couldn't move. Like
I've
seriously.
never had it that bad.
It was
had it bad.
It was intense, man. It was really intense. But that's also like I think that would be a thing that I would say to myself as well. Like it's something that I keep keep telling myself now.
Yeah.
It is
the fourth thing.
So going into the fourth, ice in the stomach, as we say in Sweden. Like, chill out. Like it's gonna fucking work itself out. Don't stress.
Yeah.
Stress makes everything shit.
Yeah.
Don't stress. Have fun. Like just those 2 words or 3 words. Don't stress. Have fun.
I think so.
4 words.
I think I would. It's 2 words. It's 4 words. But yeah. I think I would have as the fourth one. I would also say exactly that.
Yeah.
Like
Actually,
stressing.
I would have wanted to say that as the last.
But
thing,
I would have said that to myself because I've always been sort of like I knew what stress did to people. So also my don't give a shit mentality kind of made life very easy in those types of scenarios. But I wish I would have known. But that's the thing. You can't know unless you face stress. You know what I mean?
You need to really live it.
Yeah,
like,
to understand it. Otherwise, it's like, it's like telling people about having kids.
Exactly.
I didn't even know. I was a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
I was sitting at home on my couch like, oh, shit, what am I going to cook today? I need to go to the bank to do a 2-minute thing.
I'll do it tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll do it tomorrow. Or like, I have to cook food to eat.
Fuck it, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, toothpaste is food.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. No, but basically that type of fucking mentality.
I know.
Where you're just like, I don't have time today, dude. I'll just call you another day. And then you did nothing that day anyway.
Yeah.
You just had the one thing to do, and that takes 5 minutes. And you were like, oh, yeah, well, that's over with,
Yeah.
And I was...
Being structured, like the stuff that, back then would take you a month.
Ooh, that is a better one for the fourth.
You could do
Value time.
Oh.
But I know that I wouldn't.
Of course,
but
I still don't.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. That's what I mean. If you ever talk to a young person, like I talked to my wife's little brother. He turned 18 last year, and this year he turned 19, that little fucker.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, if you just produce...
Dude, he's 19?
No, but and he's... No, dude.
Holy shit.
It's insane.
He was like 16 when I met him last time.
Yeah, and now he's 19.
Oh, my God.
And mid-corona, he's like... Because he dropped out of school when he was 16.
Oh.
Yeah, because of anxiety and shit like that. And now that
Weakling.
corona, the pandemic hit, he's like, I'm going to go to school. So he's studying now, doing all the stuff that he missed. Insane.
Okay.
Like he just got out of his shell, and he feels older than he ever was at any point because of his sort of shift in the brain. I don't know.
Did he ever watch the Turtles?
I don't know. Maybe that's why he didn't.
That's why he's the wise and...
Yeah, but he did wisen somehow. Yeah. And it's awesome to see that drive. But anything I told him, because he was really into like recording music and playing piano and shit. And I was like, dude, if you just record a little every day and then just post something on social media every now and then, just keep doing it. Just make a little melody, whatever you like, just post it, or just make it for yourself. And then you can show me if you want to or whatever. It never, worked.
No.
But now that he's kind of gotten the drive himself, he doesn't play music, but he does the studying, whatever floats his boat right now.
Yeah.
And he's doing that, and he's done it for months now.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's so cool to see because he's never done anything. He went to school, and then when his dad went to work, he went back home. that type of thing, you know, that we did on days where we didn't feel like it.
Yeah.
But he just, I don't know what flipped in his brain. Something connected with the right synapses. Yeah. Something happened, and it's awesome to see. Super awesome.
But that's the thing. I think for guys in general, and this is just my personal opinion, really. But I mean, we reached a point of like our grown-up brains at about somewhere between 18 and 20, and that is the peak. Like that's it.
I don't know. I would say
I wouldn't say that I've become like much wiser or anything. It's just age, and I've learned what time does to me.
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of me being more mature or understanding things or blah 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 blah, all of that stuff, it's still me as like, well,
okay,
I would say
stuff.
like 14 almost.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
my brain
Yeah, I see
still
what you're
works
saying.
as this young dude. I don't see myself as this almost 40-year-old
dude,
gray-haired, I don't know what the fuck I would classify myself as, hipster, I guess, or whatever. Like, I can't see myself as that because
I do see myself as that.
I'm
and
still back in that mentality. Like,
okay, yeah. No, I see myself as an older dude. But that being said, I don't see myself
as an older dude.
No, I just mean that I don't care. I don't have to act my age, or I don't have to.
We don't have an age to act.
No, but that's what I mean.
think that's
I think like I feel like an older dude. Like I know that I'm an older dude, and I accept that. But I also don't care if I'm silly. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't like.
But that also comes with you having the wife and kids. And
I think so. But I do feel different now because when I think about myself at 27, I see an idiot. And that's just like almost 10 years ago, you know.
Mm-hmm. It's so horrible.
And it's so horrible, because I thought I was big at 27.
Yeah.
But at 36, I see an idiot.
Yeah.
And some of the decisions I made back then, they weren't all bad, but they weren't all good.
Oh, hell no.
And
like,
it's so insane to look back at yourself in that context and just like, I was kind of dumb.
Yeah.
But not, you know, like there are people that I've met that have done so much worse at 27.
Oh my God, yes. Like, if you, like...
But I compare to myself, you know, like,
because
I'm not big on comparing to others.
We look at where we are now.
Yeah.
We've done good. Like, we are doing exactly what we want to do. And we have made so many, like, within the bunny years again, wrong choices. But all of those wrong choices have led us to where we are now.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, how can we say that they were wrong?
No.
Because
that's
they
the
led
thing.
us here.
That's the thing, yeah.
Like, and every wrong thing that we did taught us a very valuable lesson that we carry with us today. And that is, I think, number 4?
I don't know.
5?
Yeah, 5. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm confused.
Do mistakes.
Yeah.
Don't
that
be
is another one,
afraid to do mistakes.
Yeah.
Like that I
That
think
is a good
would
one.
be the number, like, almost number one thing to say. But I would say that the last, actually, because, like, if I said that the first, I would forget the other ones.
Yeah.
But no, like, don't be afraid to make mistakes.
I think that is one of the best ones.
And for
Just
me,
fucking do it all.
exactly.
And fail
this,
hard.
For me, this was when I graduated upper secondary, or gymnasiet in Sweden.
Yeah.
I did the army thing, and then I went, what am I supposed to do? Like, I have no idea.
Yeah.
Pretty much still don't, in all honesty.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I love what I do now, but it's not a certainty that that's what I'm going to love tomorrow or next year or whatever.
Yeah.
But,
I agree.
But, like, so getting the chance to be doing the army thing for a year really set my mind more straight, and like, okay, it opened up a world where, like, okay, I can just go wherever I want and do what I want, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Like, really? And everybody was like, yeah. And, you know, it was so easy.
Yeah.
And I just went, and I did. And I did that for many, many years. And that was the best thing that I've ever done. So for me, like, okay, I've been a teacher for 10 years, which is also insane.
Yeah.
Like, I've had thousands of kids when I really look at everything that I've done. About 1,000 kids that I have been
tutored.
Telling sort of these stupid things that we keep spouting in this podcast. The one thing that I have that I always tell them is travel. See the world. Go out. You don't have to have a plan. Go out.
What
see the world.
What is up with plans?
I don't know.
Because sometimes
and
most
I think
of the people
that's
I've met,
parents. That's parents just
I think it's social
projecting
constructs
because they're worried. Of
Yeah.
course, they're super worried, and they don't want their kids to fail. They don't want their kids to suffer in any way.
But that is
like,
another thing. I tell
Yes.
my kids to fail all the time.
Yes.
I was like, if it sucks, do another one. If that one sucks, do another one.
Yeah.
Eventually, they'll be good. You know what I mean? Like,
So
I tell
good.
my kids
So
to
good.
fail all the time.
Awesome. That makes you the best dad in the world.
But I don't feel like
No,
that
I
is
know.
not even a thing.
No,
You'll know later, but it's not a thing.
No.
Like, you never feel like you.
But
feel
you are
like
a fucking great dad, and you know you are.
But then you
should
do
know.
things that you know you're not.
And I know I'm a good fucking uncle too. So. But yeah.
But it is fucking
Yeah.
Holy
so
shit.
so like really widen your perspective.
Yeah.
See as much as you can while you can.
And I think also like the mistake thing is, I think, one of the most valuable things to learn early, that just because you fail something doesn't mean that it's a total failure.
Yeah.
Like the learnings that we get from failing, like the first company I had that I failed, it taught me so much about my company now that is more complex.
Yeah.
And it's so much easier to do all that because I suffered so hard on the first failure.
Yeah, or even drawing the parallel to girlfriends.
Oh, dude, girlfriends.
Where you,
I think
like, that's how you learn how to become a better boyfriend.
Yeah.
You know, you just like you fail
Yeah.
until you become the best at, you know, whatever it is.
Whatever the fuck it is.
Or learn
but I think that comes with like knowing yourself. Like, because I'm not like, when I talk about my girlfriends, it's not about what they did wrong.
No,
that doesn't matter. That's not gonna make me a better person.
Of course, because it's not their fault.
It's not their fault. Exactly.
It's
like,
all with you.
You can only change. Exactly. You can only change what's within you.
Yeah.
And that's when I think about it. Like, we joked about it today about my ex wanting to talk about us, you know.
Yeah.
But I know the mistakes and the shortcomings that I have.
Yeah.
And how they play in a relationship, because I've done the mistakes several times.
Yeah.
As a young dude, you know, when you're dumber.
Yeah.
And
I'm still. Oh God.
Yeah, you're still making them, and
I'm still learning.
And same here. Some things I know, like when I do this doesn't come off as a cool thing.
No.
And it still doesn't come off as a cool thing, and sometimes I do it, you know, whatever the fuck it may be.
Oh my God. I have another point. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
But, and I keep doing that mistake, but I do it better. So it's not as big of a thing, but it's still a thing that I keep doing. And it takes, since it doesn't happen that regularly, you know, like you don't learn from it as much, but because you're in the moment, and then when you do it, you're like, fuck. Yeah. You know, like, you know that you overstep.
Exactly. Yeah. You know the exact moment.
You know the exact moment, because as soon as it leaves your mouth or you look in a certain way,
your brain just freezes.
Yes,
and
you know
oh my
what
God,
you did.
Shit.
You could have just done like one thing differently, and this whole thing would not have been a thing.
Yeah.
But it's the way that we react. That is the first thing that I do, and that is stuff that takes time to change. Mm-hmm. And there are things that I'm like, no, this is who I am. This people have to live with, but this is not cool. You know, this I can't stand by this specific thing, whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
And I'm willing to change those things, because those are things that I don't see myself as.
Yeah.
And I can't accept them, so I'll change them, you know. So you have to sort of find a balance. But remember, if you're going to change something, change yourself, because that is the only thing you can affect, you know, in any fucking way.
Yeah.
And now over to Robert, because he had a thing.
And that is actually, that brings me to my point, which is be true to yourself, which is something that I'm really still working with today. And it is very difficult, to be honest. Like, this is something that I haven't realized that I haven't been, like, I had never been honest with myself.
Yeah.
I've always been the guy that wants to make you happy, not me. I'm like, well, if you're happy, I'm happy. It should be
that is a misconception, though,
It
right?
should be the other way around.
Yeah.
Yes, and this is something that Anna really was like pushing in my head, trying to get me to understand.
Yeah.
Like, if you're happy, then that will make me happy.
Yeah, then
like,
you'll both
the opposite way.
But
like,
you'll both be happy, basically. Like
exactly. So you need to make yourself happy, and that will just automatically make the people around you happy.
Yeah.
And that's something that I never learned, and still am, like I said, struggling with. Like, because I get really uncomfortable with trying to make myself, or like, but when it's directed towards me, it's really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I can give everybody everything.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want anything for free. I want to pay for everything. So, like, for instance, today, when I'm like, you know, it's getting a little bit tight with money because I had to buy the camera thing, and it's but I still want to buy like lunch or dinner for everybody.
Yeah.
Because that's who I am.
That's
and
who you are, yeah. And I think,
and it makes me uncomfortable when they pay for me. So, like, with Maddie, I was just like, dude, thanks a lot, bro.
Yeah.
But
like the worst
just
awkward.
Like, hide it, and just like, But that's something that I really wish that I could have like implanted into my head at a very young age. Like, just focus on being happy, bro. Like, if you're happy, that's going to make everything so much better. And, you know, 36 years old, and I'm still trying
and
to
that's the thing.
to
I
get
think
into that.
accepting yourself, though, for the, you know, and learning from yourself, like, it is a thing.
And that, you know, and but, like, what does that entail? Like, of course, we try to always have this podcast be reflected towards creative people or creative outlets in any type of way. So, like, how do we tweak this? Because we got, like, very
derailed.
Personal.
Personal.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's because we're drunk.
Yeah.
But
drunk!
Hey!
I mean, hey.
But, like, even in the art, like, how do you say? Like, when you think of this in art terms, that would also be very important to learn. That, like, draw what you want.
You enjoy.
Yeah.
Not what your fans enjoy. If you have a following already.
And I think that is so important today. Again, like, this is the thing that we keep nagging. But, like, don't chase the likes.
No.
Do your thing and, like, be so true and honest to what you want to do.
Yeah.
And be consistent with it and keep at it and just keep pushing at it. Don't chase the likes.
No.
Chase greatness.
Yeah, and that is the cool thing. Besides from being drunk, it's
because being drunk is awesome.
No, because I just hear myself like, this is drunk, Elliot. No, but a cool thing is that I have this post that I posted on Friday, and I've been painting it since then. Like, I did a live stream. It's the Opa sitting on a log.
The one that I was on.
Yeah, shit. Yeah, you were on that.
Yeah, there's one thing that I really am so extremely, like, bothered by in that
Tell me
picture.
what it is before I go on.
It is the middle part of the picture. You have the right side of the waterfall.
Yeah, exactly. That rock.
It's so dark.
Yeah.
It's so fucking dark. It takes all the attention away from
the rocks there?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, well, that painted them, so they're faded out a bit.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Because you faded everything else. It's so nice. You get that depth.
Yeah, but I'm painting it now. I'll show you later after the podcast.
Yeah,
I have it with me.
But it was just that one thing because it's so in the center as well.
Yeah, it's in the center, yeah.
So it takes all the focus away from Olpa.
Yeah. I'm fading that out as I'm painting it.
Okay,
but
good.
Yeah, I do get what you mean.
So that was the one thing.
Because you can't fade with ink, so...
And I really loved being a part of that live stream as well. It was
that was
fun.
super fun, yeah.
It felt like I just jumped in and like, hey!
Yeah. It was just new people. I didn't know anyone. And
cool.
Instagram has fucked me on that point.
Yeah.
That it's, like, my streams are super low engagement, but they're still fun.
I think we got a couple of new listeners just...
because of that.
Because of that.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But it was still fun.
Yes.
Like, that's the thing. Like, drawing for yourself.
Yeah.
Like, 500 people or, 10 people or 5 people, because that was, like, I think the general view count on that one was like
11.
4. No,
Yeah.
it was lower. It was 4 to 5 all the time.
Oh, really?
And then sometimes it went up to 11, and then just went down to 5, and I've never had that low.
Oh, that's
But
my
it was,
standard.
But it was fine because it was still fun. You know, as long as the four people are engaging,
that was
you're
the
good.
thing, because
You're good.
that's what. So I did a live stream a week prior
Yeah,
to yours,
the one where you were tattooing, but
and they didn't write anything. I kept asking constantly. Like Sina was in there, and she was really
but
awesome.
she's awesome. Yeah.
And she was like trying to help me out.
Yeah.
But I was like, okay, so what are you guys doing today? Nothing.
Yeah, but
All
I
right,
get that all
today's
the time.
pizza day. What are you guys? Are you eating pizza? If you're not eating pizza, like, come on, let's say, are you guys eating pizza? Nothing.
Yeah, nothing.
I'm like, so what are you doing today?
But I think it's harder when you're not famous or not showing what you're doing.
Yeah. Also, it was my absolute first live stream.
Oh shit!
So
yeah, okay.
It was.
We can also do one together because
That
the
would
cool
be
thing.
really cool.
Matthias and me did one, and it was super popular
Yeah.
because you get his viewers, you get my viewers,
All right.
and you also get a lot of fun. And we were singing and laughing, and it was all just
Awesome.
super silly. It was like working at King back when we were working together.
Yeah, I would love to do that. I
So
would
that
really
that
love
is
to do
a
that.
thing we could do. We could just both draw a separate picture. We get a lot less real estate screen time, but it's
Yeah.
fun.
I mean, it's all about the noise. Anyways,
Yeah.
I think.
But it was a lot of fun, and people were super engaged.
Cool.
So we
Right.
had a blast. They were like, "Oh, sing this song," you know, and you're like, "I don't even know that song," and you just fake it.
Yeah.
But it was really good. But I had
That
a point
sounds
with this.
horrible,
What
to
was
be
no? But it was really good. But what was the point we were making before you?
I was saying, what was I saying? Be true to yourself.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Pretty much.
And I was
Like,
I said that I posted something
Put
on
you
Friday.
first.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly. And every time I'm gonna post now, since I'm drawing Olpa, and I'm doing it, it is very popular, and I still enjoy doing it since I discovered the Olpa part of it. It is though, like I could post, like I could have finished the image immediately for posting. But since we've been talking about this a lot, about not posting for the likes, I have that constantly in my brain now, so that I'm fighting that urge.
oh yeah.
Like, it's so conscious that I just omit from posting. Even if the image is done, if I feel like, oh, I'm going to post for the sake of posting, I don't post.
Good.
And
Because this,
but this
again,
is what I've...
that's been my worry.
Yeah,
and I told
yeah,
you that
yeah.
last time.
And I have the image, and it looks really nice. And I haven't posted it, and it's not entirely done because I didn't want to rush it because I was super tired. So I said, like, okay, I'm just gonna quit drawing because it was just like 10 p.m. when I was like, I was like 2 more hours and I could finish this,
yeah.
but chose not to do it. So it is just about thinking a bit, you know. So it is just like, you got to think about it. And since we're saying that so much now, it just became this thing that comes in automatically and tells me, do not post now.
Exactly.
This is not your time to post.
So finally,
right now,
we
yeah.
are making sense to
Yeah,
ourselves.
And we started Instagram 2012.
What is this, 122?
Yeah. Yeah, 122.
Yeah, and we've been doing like
Yeah.
since we started to now, it's been like 4,
about
years?
4 years, yeah.
which is insane. Like,
Insane.
it does explain all the gray hairs in my face, though. Yes.
Same. But it is really important not to draw for your fans.
Yeah.
Draw whatever the fuck you enjoy, and if
For
you
yourself.
find for yourself.
Yeah.
But I do believe in exploiting everything.
Of
Like,
course.
if it
of course.
works and you enjoy it, keep doing it. But don't get stuck there, because I think that is, I guess, the problem. Like, if you don't enjoy it anymore, but it's still popular, still don't do it.
And that,
like-
I think, like, again, going back to the Bobby Chew thing, that would make you maybe a watered down version of yourself in the end. You know
And
what
also
I mean?
get you jaded, I guess.
Yeah.
So,
Jaded. Fuck, I love that song.
best song. Yeah.
So good.
It's really good.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I think the making mistakes one is one I would have needed early.
Yeah.
Because you remember that we talked about me being afraid of making mistakes or things not looking the way I expected them.
Mm-hmm.
Expectations suck all the dicks.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking make make all the mistakes, keep making the mistakes, so that you don't have to later. You're still gonna make mistakes.
Always gonna make mistakes.
But at least you
made
made a lot of them early on, so that you learned.
Yeah, when you go like far enough along,
Yeah.
that would become the Bob Ross thing.
Yeah.
The mistakes will become the happy accidents.
That's where I'm at right now
Right?
with the ink stuff.
That's
like
the
even
thing.
when I make mistakes now,
You're like, ooh.
they're not all that bad. Like some of them I can just fake away or like start painting somewhere else and they look fine. Like nobody but me notices the mistakes that I've made.
Ain't
'Cause-
nobody
Yeah.
loves me better. Yeah.
Yeah. But I have nothing more on this subject.
No,
Like,
same.
I feel that I'm getting drunk to the point where I'm just going to start spouting
Rambling
bullshit.
and drooling.
So let's move on to today's retro.
No, Toolies.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, that's
Like I said.
yeah. Yeah.
And also the HR lady, Emily, at my job said that she was going to listen, and I told her not to. And hope she doesn't listen to this one.
And to all my Tinder dates or people that I talk to, I am so sorry.
And moving on.
Moving on.
What do you want?
What was that?
I was trying to do the old man from Dusk Till Dawn,
Oh, okay.
but I just couldn't.
I'm
because
like, who's the old man?
the guy at the bed and breakfast place, the inn.
Oh, yeah, the guy that comes out.
What the hell do you want? Like,
What do you want?
I want to.
Yeah.
What the fuck do you think I want? I want a
One
fucking room.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So good.
it was
Awesome.
good. It was really
Yeah.
good. But moving
Toolies.
on.
Yeah,
Toolies.
Toolies. We're in Toolies.
So if you want to sponsor us, send us tools and pay us,
And we will dissect them.
and we will dissect them to no sort of benefit to you. No,
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
This is how we sell in the podcast.
Good times were had. So
Yes.
I did nothing this week. Still painting with the same tools because lazy, and haven't brought
It's
out
not
the
lazy.
real paints.
It's
No,
you
but
trying
it's-
to become better at the same thing.
Yeah,
But so
of course.
still,
but still with the color pencil.
Faber-Castell and all of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But using
But I
that
also
gray
have-
tone, the gray tone paper now.
Yes, the Clairefontaine.
Clairefontaine.
I don't know how you say that. Clairefontaine.
Where's it from?
Clairefontaine. I don't know. I really don't know. It's Clairefontaine.
Is it Swedish?
It's called Paint On. No, it's not.
Clairefontaine.
Yeah, Clairefontaine.
Clairefontaine.
I have no idea where it's from. It's a very sort of known brand that I've seen throughout the years. I have no idea if it's good.
Well, yeah, you
Oh,
kind of should because you're painting
no,
on
but
it.
I mean, like, it's not good for what I do
Okay.
because of reasons. But the ink fades. I don't hate it.
Yeah. That was the thing. Like, it was so interesting seeing you doing the live thing where it was like, okay, why is that side very dark? Why is that side very faded?
Yeah, faded. And it was
And
because I was
is
using
it-
two different inks.
That was the thing.
Yeah,
because-
I didn't notice because I had both pens there.
Yeah.
And one I've marked, but in that light, I couldn't see it.
And that's
And
why I really wanted that middle thing to have been the more faded one.
Yeah.
Like, that would have just, like,
The problem
that
with
was the
the
one thing.
faded one is that you can't cover it with anything. The carbon ink one.
oh, really?
It's
So it,
it becomes this sort
no.
of shiny shit. Like when you put it in the light, it kind of shines. So that's what I don't like about the carbon ink. Whereas the other one, I spilled it on my fucking thing. Oh shit, Max is gonna kill me.
no, it's not.
No, it's red chair with a thing.
Blame it on Michaela.
Yeah, Michaela, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, you son of
black
a bitch.
pants, cool pants. No, but seriously, the carbon ink has this sheen to it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you put it to the light, you get this little gleam. You know, like it has this shine, and that I don't like.
Okay.
I don't want anything like. That's why I don't draw with pencil
Yeah, same.
because of that reflective
I
fucking
hate
thing
it.
that you
I
get.
fucking
And that's
hate it.
why I love the Prismacolors.
Same.
You can fucking
Again, yeah.
kill the paper with your pen. No sheen.
It's just matte.
Like, it's
just-
matte. So
it's
that's what I
always gonna
want
look
with my
good.
ink.
Yeah.
The parallel pen ink is matte.
Okay.
The carbon ink has that fucking sheen to it.
Okay.
That ruins everything, in my opinion.
But that's really good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and also on this paper. Well, like on all paper.
But it's really because now you know that,
Yeah.
and now you can utilize that. which is like, well, I want you to utilize that because the way I saw it on the live stream, you can get really cool effects with that.
Yeah, definitely.
Get
but I would
the stuff
rather
popping
use...
out and then having it faded and then going over it with the color pencil and all of that. Like, because now you know that. You have that in your bank, the toolbox, whatever you want to call it. Dude, you can do really fucking amazing stuff with it because of the style you do it.
I would rather use the brush pen than the Pentel brush because that one grays out, the black one.
Yeah.
So the pocket brush, you could paint, like when I paint in the background, like trees and shit with that, they gray out. So it gives it that immediate depth.
Yeah.
So I'd rather use that one because it's matte rather than the carbon ink that leaves the sheen.
But I mean, this is just like adding another layer to it. Like you can get even more detailed with it.
Yeah.
And do like in the same tree to get just the sort of the stuff that's a little bit further away. That's with the matted one, like the carbon one.
Yeah. No, but that's not the carbon. The carbon is the sheen one. Yeah. But I get what you mean.
It's confusing.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, you can get that just that little bit of extra. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So like utilize it, like because this is what we do. We test the stuff, we learn, and we evolve.
No. The thing is, it has its uses. And I just don't use anything. Anything I see that leaves a sheen or like a type of shiny sort of, I don't use, like within my art because it ruins what I'm trying to achieve, and it's also super hard to photograph. You know, at some angles, that shit just comes out at you.
And it's just white.
Yes, and also toned paper.
Oh yeah,
photographs poorly.
Yeah,
and just like no.
Do you have any like Ray-Bans at home?
Sunglasses?
Yeah.
No.
Do you have any good sunglasses?
No, I don't know any pair of sunglasses.
Well, you should get one or like a pair. And then you put those Ray-Bans over the lens, and that will remove the glare.
Okay, I see what you mean.
It's going to remove...
I might have one for my camera. It's called polarization filter thingy-majiggy.
Yes, that's the exact thing.
Yeah.
But if you're a cheapo like me, and you only use your iPhone, and you don't have anything else, well, thankfully, I do have a pair of Ray-Bans. It actually works.
Cool.
It's pretty cool. So you just, you photograph it through the Ray-Ban lens. Like you just put the Ray-Bans over your camera.
In front of your camera.
And that's
so you have a cool camera.
Yeah. No. So with tattoos, when you photograph tattoos, you always get the glare because it's always like a little bit shiny because you bleed and there's a lot of like gooey stuff. Even if you wipe it down, it's still going to be like... So that's a tip from like the pros, like proper pros.
Pros.
We're talking the million follower pros, like tattoo pros. So
and over to your thing.
Yeah, well, yeah. Talking about tattoos.
Follow up on Robert's secret project.
It's not going to be a long one. Seriously, I'm just trying to continue it, and
but you got pretty far, like compared to last week.
I wouldn't say I did.
No, maybe not for you, but because from what I saw last, you had done the guy on the left side.
Yeah.
And not that much more, like a bit underneath him.
Yeah.
And now the whole bottom is,
pretty
black.
much. Yeah, pretty much filled. No, it is, and I've tried to sort of time it just to know, and it is approximately 4 times slower than a normal tattoo.
Yay!
It's crazy how painstakingly slow this is.
Oh my god. When you get that in numbers as well, you're like, cool.
And because I thought it was going to be pretty quick because I am tattooing on an A4 size skin. So in my head, like 20 hours was going to be like, that's a long time to finish it. 20 hours is
because I think you said something in the beginning. Yeah, I don't remember time-wise what it was.
Before I even started, I didn't know like what time it was going to take, but I think in my head, probably like 10 hours. Yeah, when I started tattooing, it felt good in the beginning, like when I did the initial lines. It really felt like smooth and good and quick. But then when I actually sort of wiped it down and saw what I was doing and started filling in and shading stuff, oh my God. Oh my fucking God. It's so slow. It's so extremely slow. And every little bit of mistake you do is visible. Again, it's so unforgiving. So if I have, and so the way I work, I don't know if any new listeners out there, just super quick recap. I am doing poster, like a movie poster on a fake skin with a tattoo machine.
Good one.
Right?
I like recapping, yeah.
Just super quick. But the way I work, rather than like if I would do a realistic portrait, I would probably have about 3-4 different tones of gray, like from black to the lighter gray. But with this, I'm only using black and a middle gray tone wash, and then water, which is almost like if you're using ink, like black ink and a pencil, or not a pencil, brush. So you like, if you dip it in the black, it's going to be solid black. If you dip that pencil brush in water, it's going to be watered down. You dip it more in water, it's going to be more watered down, and so and so and so. Yeah. That's exactly how a tattoo needle works with color. So in numbers, if you dip it once, it's 10%. If you dip it twice, that's 20. If you dip it 3 times, that's 40. So like you have to keep those numbers. I've had a couple of glasses of wine, but that's
the math is not at its
exactly.
peak.
Don't quote me on this. But that's how it works. So like every time you dip the needle in water, it waters it down that much. So I use solid black, or it's a third black gray wash.
So just like math in my head, I was like, I have no idea where I'm at.
So if I miscalculate the dips, so to speak, I'm making like a Hitler mustache when I'm doing a slight little shade.
Oh shit! Okay. You mean like if you dip it too little, like for example,
And the way I check it is like I wipe it on a piece of paper that I'm holding in my hand, and
Jesus,
that's all just my eyes looking at it, going like, all right, that looks about right, and then going in with needle on the skin. But
I'm like, no.
Yeah. So today was one of those days. I've spent roughly 16 hours on this, and today I went in, like I was gonna have like a very relaxed morning, and then like go on a date and just like chill out with this girl that I've really wanted to chill out with, and had to cancel. So I was like, all right, fuck it, I'll keep tattooing the piece. But it felt stressed because like I had to still sort of prepare my brain for going into podcast mode and doing all of this, and so like I rushed it. Like
you normally do. Like eventually, you get to the point where you just want to finish and get relaxed.
Exactly. I'm like, I have so much area that I need to like really get color in, and so I went in, started tattooing this piece, and then like ramp, and you're like, okay, that's something I can't fix.
Oh shit.
Because that's there now. And you're like, I can't mat it down. I can't go in with like, 0 Copic marker and like try to blend it out.
No, there's no
there's no
blending.
saving this. It's like it's in there. So like, okay, I can't fix that. Can
you do anything to fix it?
I could
Can you?
I'm gonna scan it, and I can still edit it.
In post-production, you can fix it. Yeah, okay.
Which is like what I have to do.
Yeah.
Because I still I want to add like the all.
But is it on a face or is it like a?
It's on a face.
Fuck. The only place you don't want to.
The smallest face also. So it's like it's right in your face. Like, speaking of face.
But I think it's only in your face, though. Like,
yeah,
I think
yeah.
so. Because
I
if
think
it's
you're
the
not
small-
going to see it.
I'm not going to see it immediately. Yeah.
No. But for me, it was just like, it was such a horrible way to start my day.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck, I have like 4 hours. It's going to be so nice. Just sit there, listen to music, chill out. No, the first thing I did, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh man, when I shaved my beard and I miscalculated the thing, like a distraction. My kids came in.
That still grows out and it's going to be saved.
No, but that's what I mean. But for the time it takes for it to grow back, you're going to feel the shame. But I did that, like when you're just like, I took off the sort of like the safety head,
Oh, yeah.
when you go like all in.
Yeah.
And I was talking to my kid, and then I was like, yeah. And then I thought I had the thing in, yeah. And I just took it from like cheekbone to bottom.
Oh my God.
And it does the sound. Just by the sound, you just hear like a sound that you don't hear. Like you hear the machine going,
yeah,
and you just hear like a little. That was not the sound. It was just like like you just heard it. It's a deep cut.
Yeah,
like you like to say.
My new favorite word.
Yeah, your new favorite word. That's what it was. A deep cut. So you've shaved, and that you can't save. You can't just like
it's
keep
gone.
that. Yeah, you have to just shave it all.
Yep.
To that length, whatever the fuck you just did.
Yeah, it's a good reference.
Yeah,
because that's what it is. And I'm like, all right, so let's make it darker. Like, that's all I can do.
Yeah,
but yeah, having overcome that.
But do you have any enjoyment to this piece still?
I do. Like at this stage, it is more a pain in the ass than it is enjoyment, to be honest. But I also know that it is like, I am in the uphill battle.
Okay, yeah, okay.
And it is like I am progressing.
Yeah.
And I also know that I do have, like, I've set aside a lot of free time. And, well, with like the Tinders, it's like, sorry, I'm not going to be able to talk to you guys because I need to do this.
Yeah. But I like that you're taking that prioritization, and because I think that is something that I couldn't do as a young person.
Exactly.
I couldn't prioritize my important stuff.
I still want to be there for all of them.
That's what I mean. Like, that's what I mean. You want to be there for everyone.
This is so important. This is, for me, it is life-changing.
Yeah.
If I nail this, if I do this the right way, this could lead to who knows where,
and that's
or nothing.
I guess that is the biggest drive that we've all had.
But
the
also
possibility of something.
Also the biggest, not disappointment, but like poison, I guess, or like, because me having that expectation, like having set the bar as high as I have it.
Yep.
It only leaves room for the extremest of disappointment.
Yeah. I feel
if I don't reach that bar or higher, it's going to be the shittiest thing ever, right? Mm-hmm. But at this stage, I mean, just talking about it in the podcast is putting me at risk because I've put it out there. Somebody else might have already finished the poster because I talked about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't think so.
But in my head, I am the only person in the world that is making a poster this way.
I think for this event, you very much are.
I hope so. I really hope so.
No, I can guarantee it. Like, I know you can't guarantee anything, but this, I feel like I could just go in and just say, like, no one has done this.
Yeah.
Because I think that you would have found out by this time.
Yeah, me too. But again, I'm too afraid to even Google it.
I get it.
Yeah. So, like, I'm sure somebody's done something similar, but no. Like, this is so much, like, everything of me into this.
Yeah.
Everything. Like every speck.
This is drunk guy talk.
So
it's
much.
Everything of me into this.
Yes.
But I do get what you mean.
Yeah.
And I don't want to rush us, but I think we should move on.
Yes.
Because we're drunk.
Yes. So much.
So much drunk.
But yeah, so no big progress apart from just continuing, and it's taking
it is a big
so
progress
much longer.
From what I
so much longer than I thought it would.
With that said,
moving on. Let's fucking
move. And I am super excited about the next part of this. So let's move on to the best movie ever. Retro time. Lasers.
right, everyone, we're back, and you're listening to the Sketchbook Heroes Retro.
And I need to put on my headphones.
Me too.
All right. So we've sobered up a bit, not. And it's time to talk about From Dusk Till Dawn. The only actually new thing that I've seen, and it's an old thing.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
But you haven't seen anything else?
Parks and Rec and Mando.
You haven't seen Mulan?
No, but I saw that it came out because Disney keeps sending me emails about shit I don't want to see.
So let me just talk about that real quick.
Oh no, I haven't seen it. Don't spoil it.
Oh, you don't want me to spoil it?
No, because I'm gonna watch it with my kids.
Oh
but
my
if you
God.
have anything to say that it sucks because it's fine.
It's horrible. It's
Because I expected it because the
Close to
Swedish
Aladdin.
podcast told me that it sucked so much.
thank you
all the
Oh my
ways.
God, thank you that
And
they did.
yeah.
Because I was worried. I kept seeing like a lot
Okay,
of my
let's
followers.
not talk about this movie because I'm getting Aladdin
It
vibes.
is.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on.
Yep.
Dusk Till Dawn. It's great.
No, seriously, yes.
Fuck.
It
me
is
sideways.
for me. It's the opposite of like Let's Go Womenkind movie, which Mulan is. Like if you watch the original
Yeah.
Mulan, it is so like pro women. It's so powerful. It's so fucking amazing. It's so
she's
good.
awesome, yeah.
She is awesome. With this, they turned that totally upside down. The only like it ends better, I would say. Like without like spoiling anything,
Okay,
it
I
feels
don't
like
even
the
care anymore.
ending is better than the cartoon
I
one.
can show you Mulan.
But apart from that, oh my God. Like, oh my God. Why?
Bring out your dead. Okay, cool.
Yeah, and I saw this with Anna,
Well,
by the
let's
way.
talk about it next week then.
Yeah.
Like really
Yeah,
go
so-
into. Oh man.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
No, you need to see it. We need to, like, really rip it apart.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Is
we
it a
do.
Guy Ritchie movie?
I wish.
I
If it was a Guy Ritchie one, it would have probably been good.
No, because he did Aladdin.
Yeah, I know. But
But it
this
wouldn't-
time around,
No, I don't
Nope.
think so. Okay,
Yeah,
moving
just-
on.
yeah.
Fuck this movie.
very much.
God damn it.
Yeah. All right. Let's dive
You have
in.
everything to make a good movie in that movie.
Wait, let me check my notes just to see if I actually saw something else. I don't think I did. I kept watching.
Okay, the reason why we're
The
drunk.
Blacklist.
Hey, the reason why we're drunk is because of Mulan. Like, I haven't seen it, but it sucks so much that I have to drink.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I just wrote notes on Mulan.
Mulan. No.
Mulan.
Hey, just no.
Do you want to hear my
no,
notes?
No,
It's
no.
very
Let's
quick.
take them next. Okay, you just do them.
Yeah.
I'm
so
curious now.
horrible. The opposite of a proactive woman type movie. That's it.
Cool notes, bro.
That
And with that being said, let's go to another movie that probably isn't all that
definitely not a proactive.
movie.
But I would argue that it kind of is.
But fuck it. Who cares?
Yeah.
It's a great movie. It does exactly what it is meant to do.
Yes.
Like, it does not try to tell you or like sell you in on religion or anything else. It just does what it does, and it does it well.
But it also involves religion, which
Yes.
is the cool thing about it. Like
Yes.
when you said it
Yeah.
just now, I didn't think about it when we watched it.
No. Of course
But-
not.
Oh my God. Like it really covers so much. But
But it's so wrong.
Yes.
But it's so right.
yeah. All right. So the movie
Yeah.
is we did
Say
warn
it
you guys
immediately in the beginning and
Yes.
told you to stop this podcast and
Exactly.
go watch the movie and then
Yeah.
come back.
So-
it's on Viaplay if you haven't still watched it from
So
the
again-
first warning.
So for now, if you haven't watched From Dusk Till
Exactly.
Dawn, the first movie directed by Robert Rodriguez, written by Quentin fucking Tarantino.
And some other people that I read in the beginning that I don't know at all, so I don't even care.
you pause
but
this fucking thing.
Kudos, yeah.
Pause it, watch it. It's
And come
almost
back.
2 hours. Seriously,
But it
it
didn't-
is worth it. Just watch it, all right?
Yeah.
With that said,
Let's
let's
dive into it.
fucking
Spoiler
do this
territory,
thing.
friends.
Yes. Seriously, you've had over 20 years
To watch this movie, yeah. Is
Yes.
it just 20 years? I'm just like, it's so much more.
No, it's
It's
kind of
more.
exactly 20 years.
Is it? I think
96.
24.
Oh, shit. Fuck.
24 years.
My brain is
Because math
drunk.
works somehow.
Exactly.
And I don't even know if it's 24, but I think that Lion King celebrated 25, so this must be 24 because it came out a year later, which makes no sense in my brain. But yeah.
Exactly. 24
but
years.
Quentin Tarantino, George Clooney, that girl that I can't remember the name
Juliette
of.
Lewis.
Yeah, exactly her.
Harvey Keitel.
And Harvey.
That Asian kid.
That Asian Actually, really.
Yeah, seriously.
I don't think I've seen him in anything else.
He
Because
is
everyone else I've seen there,
Yeah.
you know, even Cheech
Marin.
Cheech Marin, like, you recognize everyone,
Mm-hmm.
but not that kid. Like, I couldn't, no.
It's
I
probably
don't think-
his only movie.
It might have been.
Yeah.
And then the limelight was too big for him, and then he just did something else.
Yeah.
Like Josh Hartnett
Well,
did.
kind of. Yeah. Anyways.
Just to, yeah.
Oh my God.
Fuck, I love this movie. My
yeah.
expectations were so high,
Yeah.
and it fucking, surpassed what I expected from this movie.
Yes. It
And
fucking
didn't
delivered.
disappoint at all.
No. It just gave more, I think.
I
Yeah.
don't remember this movie, like what I thought this movie was going to be, before we start.
Yep.
I thought it was sort of like going to be mid kidnapping this family and taking them to this place and then vampires.
Yeah.
But this movie was so much more that in my head I didn't remember it being so well written.
No, same.
And all the discussions and things are happening on several planes of existence, basically. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when they leave that convenience store, the liquor store.
Yeah, the liquor store.
And they are outside. There's that is the past,
Yeah.
and they are having this argument. But
And the
that
whole
thing
liquor
is
store
happening. Yeah,
is
the liquor store is
just-
burning up and
and
exploding.
blowing up and
But
doing
no
everything.
one's paying attention
they're
to
not
that.
there.
They're not there anymore.
In their world, they're discussing
Within
other
the-
issues.
Exactly. They're in their bubble,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then that's happening in the
Yeah,
background.
yeah,
And that is a
exactly.
beautiful
It's
thing.
so fucking good. Yes.
and
I
that is
think
on several locations.
That's the thing. And I think that is the key word for this movie,
This movie,
really,
right?
that the story.
Yeah.
Story. Like the
And
way
it's not a deep
written.
story as well.
No.
It's a very sort of on the surface story.
It
You
is-
don't get to know a lot
it's
about
two different
any-
stories.
Yeah.
Really. But it just fucking works.
Mhm.
It's so brilliantly made.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And I think we've
and it
sort of-
really tells that Quentin was involved
in
it.
this, yeah.
Because I mean,
It
when you
feels
look
like
at
the
it,
dialogue is his, though.
Oh, yeah.
The way that you see Pulp Fiction and all these
no, but
movies
seriously,
that he's
the
done.
only writing credit is Quentin Tarantino.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay,
So
that makes sense.
that's why I'm like, okay, yeah, that makes
Mm-hmm.
sense. But it's not directed by Quentin.
No, it's
It's
Robert Rodriguez.
Robert Rodriguez, exactly.
Robert,
And you can
it's super
tell-
hard to say Robert Rodriguez while drunk, by the
It
way.
is. It is.
It's like Robert Rodriguez.
Robert Rodriguez.
Robert Rodriguez. It just keeps changing every time
And
you
we're
say
gonna
it.
have to say that name more today.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
this
fuck.
fucking movie, oh my God! I think this has been the most enjoyable retro
We've seen
that
here,
we've
yeah.
ever had. Yes.
Like, El Dorado was awesome. Don't get us wrong.
No.
But this movie
was another
a
level.
fucking blast.
and we had Matt Drawing here as well.
Matt Drawing, and I totally forgot to say this in the beginning because drunk reasons, but he fucking came by today to give me a Christmas present about
Which was
something
so
I was
epic.
bitching about
Oh my God, it was so
a
good.
month and more ago.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to order these metal swords from the U.S., but it was so expensive, and it was the Eye of Thundera, the Thundercat sword. And Matthias has this carpenter friend, talking about carpenters today a lot, that made one out of fucking what's the
Oak.
Oak, yeah,
Like proper real
fucking
oak.
proper oak.
It's not something you buy. Like it's made from an oak tree.
In Sweden, at least, it's not something you just come by
No.
or have in your
No.
yard or
Like,
something like that.
It is one of the more finer types of wood. It's really expensive, and this is a guy that's worked in one of those. Like I've sold wood stuff for over 10 years.
Yeah,
so
and
I
you didn't
know.
even sell that shit. Like,
No, I've sold that
you
shit.
sold it. Okay, yeah, but it's...
This is from a tree.
Yeah, this is from an actual tree from some famous dude that we have no idea who it is, but Matthias gave us this awesome story. And this is Matthias _Anderson_art. Now I know it because I made the mistake earlier yesterday. Good.
Yeah, because I always say the wrong thing.
Yeah. No, but I always say Matt Drawing, but that's his old account. That is now his personal account. That makes everything super confusing.
Yeah.
So let's move on. He gave me a fucking Sword of Omens, and
it's amazing.
It's awesome, and that's what it's called, and not whatever I said before. But dude, if you make it this far into the podcast of Two Drunk Idiots, thank you so very much.
That's the podcast.
Allegedly drunk.
Allegedly.
Robert Rodriguez.
Rubber
Rodriguez.
Rubber baby buggy bumpers.
Oh shit, what is that from? Rubber baby buggy bumpers.
Oh my god.
Oh my, what is that movie? Rubber baby buggy bumpers. Yeah.
What is it?
Yeah, I don't remember.
Oh my god. If you out there listening know, please let us know.
I'm gonna try not to Google it. But
no. Rubber baby buggy bumpers.
Holy shit! What movie is that?
That's oh my god! That's so familiar.
Ugh.
Like we should know this.
Yeah, we should know this. But we've said a lot of these things today, so moving on.
But yeah, so
From Dusk,
super awesome to have Matt drawing or Matthias Anderson draws.
No, Matthias Anderson art.
God damn you, Matt.
Cheers,
Maddie. Awesome to have Maddie here to watch this movie with us and just hang out, have a blast within Corona distance, because we were like 3 people in a cinema. So stay safe. Anyways, oh my fucking god, how much I love this movie. It
was so good. I'm so happy inside because it didn't disappoint.
No.
Like when you watch an old movie seriously. And you're like, this was just nostalgia. This sucked. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, this is like the worst movie combined with the best movie, and it just makes
this movie made $24 million.
What?
It made. I don't know what it cost, though. That was what I was going for.
24 million? That's nothing. That's
nothing. What I mean. Like, it made nothing.
It's like a quarter of a normal movie.
Not like I've never made 24 million.
No.
I'm just saying that
in
as far as movies go
that's
go
nothing.
in
the
Hollywood.
God. That's horrible. No, it is.
And I accidentally pressed some stuff, and now I'm on Netflix.
Porn.
Now I'm on Netflix, and it's porn.
Oh my god! Yep.
That was not me.
That's what I need to do.
Yeah, I wonder what the movie cost. But then again, let's not Google it. Fuck it. The movie is awesome, though.
It is.
And the coolest thing about this movie is that it's almost 2 hours long.
Yep.
And the vampires don't appear at all until 1:30.
Yeah.
In this movie.
That's
I think it's like 1:48. I think that's how long the movie is. And you get vampires for about 18 minutes, and it feels like you get vampires throughout the whole thing.
Exactly. It's so impressive. Like, to be honest, it is really impressive. How the fuck did they pull this off?
I don't know, dude. Because it kind of fucking works.
Because it feels like 2 different movies equal
within
length.
In one movie.
Because the vampire part seems exactly the
as
same
long as
length
the rest of the stuff. Yeah.
So how do they make that happen?
Yeah, and just to recap, to quickly explain the movie, it's
if
about
you haven't
these 2
seen it.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it and you're still listening, 2
Please.
bank robbers have gotten away with a robbery. They've kidnapped this lady,
killed a whole bunch of cops.
You
get the kill count.
Exactly, and now they're just. That was so fucking bad. But they've they end up at this motel or bed and breakfast place, and they kidnap this family, a father with 2 kids, a daughter and a son, and they just want to get across the border to Mexico.
Yeah,
and this happens for like 1.5 hours.
Exactly. So it's like a proper Quentin Tarantino movie.
Exactly.
Pretty much. Like
it's a lot of dialogue.
You're following these bank robbers after a big heist. So you haven't seen the heist. You haven't seen all of those killings.
You haven't seen shit.
It's
just
like
about
the
it
aftermath.
In the
They're
news
trying to get away.
Yeah.
And the first point of like the introduction of the characters is through different characters talking about them.
Yeah.
Which is also such a great way to introduce them.
Yeah.
You have this sheriff come in, and he's so like, you can see the toll it's taken on him.
But before they get to that, it's just this normal Tarantino banter
but
about random shit.
No, but that's how it starts.
Yeah.
The sheriff comes in and he's like, dude, I need, give me a fucking bottle of Jack.
Yeah.
I need to get fucking wasted tonight. This shit is killing me.
Yeah, that was it.
And they're talking about the protagonists. And then, he goes to the bathroom and they pop in. And they're dude, stop signaling him. Holy shit.
Yeah.
It's such a smart way to introduce the characters.
But even that part is that you get to find out the differences between the two protagonists as well.
Exactly.
One is a fucking psychopath, and one is just a professional thief.
Exactly.
But they're related.
But you don't know that in the beginning.
You don't know. The guy, But I mean that they're giving you that they're starting to sort of explore the characters.
But it's so good.
Yeah.
The way Quentin, I guess, has written it. Then.
Yeah.
You have this guy, and he's like, no, I can see him signaling.
Yeah.
And then you have the brother that has to trust his brother. Because it's blood. Yeah. Of course. He's like, but, no, I saw him signaling the cop. He's onto us. But he is a mental case.
And you get that later. Not a lot later, but within this 1/2 hour, that is just the kidnapping.
Yeah.
You start realizing how crazy this brother is.
Exactly. And it's made they do it so well.
It's so well, yeah.
Yeah. And then it just keeps going.
And what I like about it is that it doesn't feel like sometimes in Mando, for example, it feels very sort of on the nose.
Yeah.
When they do stuff. This is this character, and you're like, yeah, okay,
yeah,
cool.
We saw that coming.
Yeah, we saw that coming.
Away.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then you point it out to sort of explain. In this movie, it just feels like part of the plot.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about this movie, is that they don't explain stuff to you. And when things happen, they happen in the plot and not to help you out as a fucking audience. You know what I mean? Because
it's a good story.
It's a good story, and it takes you further along the,
Exactly.
It's
if you
trying to get you
it.
to B, basically, from A to B.
Exactly. It's so well written. It is so well written.
And it's such a dumb movie to say that it's well written as well.
Yeah. But this is only 2 years after Quentin did Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
So it is very close to his, the perfect Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah.
For me, Pulp Fiction is the best.
Yeah,
I agree. It's such a great
And it's a movie carried a lot on its talking.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Even when things happen, they're not the coolest things happening at a certain time.
But the way they talk.
The way they talk
exactly.
makes the thing that happens better.
It just sells it.
Yeah.
Yes. That is such a good point to be made with this movie. Because it is a B movie.
It is.
It's a really shitty B movie,
we should watch that as well. Just to see what we think about Pulp Fiction today.
Yeah.
But I remember, because Pulp Fiction feels longer than it is.
Yeah.
It feels, there's so many things happening within all these individual storylines.
Yeah.
And some of them are sort of the same character storyline, but different,
But they crisscross.
Exactly.
And that is
just fucking...
So that's, seriously, I think, to anybody that is really interested in storytelling in general.
Yeah.
I think Pulp Fiction is one of the most perfect examples of how to write a story.
Yeah.
Because it is it's so jumbled. It's really you take a great story, you cut it up into 18 different pieces.
Yeah.
Then you go fucking, I don't know, Jenga with it. And just slap it out on a table, and that's Pulp Fiction.
And
it works.
And I wonder if they write it as this boring storyline, because it's by itself, it's not a great, it's not a lot of fun. There's nothing original about it.
No.
It's the way they present them, cut back and forth and
each
stuff like that.
Each story in itself is not that interesting.
Yeah, it's just.
But all of them together, the way they are intertwined,
yeah,
and
exactly.
go back and forth in
that's
time
why I love
and space.
Snatch as well.
Yes.
It's the way that Guy Ritchie tells that fucking story that makes it so perfect.
I tried to watch Memento again.
Okay, cool.
With me seriously saying trying.
Yeah.
It's a hard watch now.
Is it?
It is.
I watched it a few years ago. I didn't think it's a
it
slow
was,
movie.
It is a slow movie, but because you know it so well and it's been so long.
But I don't
it
remember
doesn't
what
really,
the point was. I
exactly.
remember, like,
it's so slow.
Spoiler warning, he is the problem.
Yeah.
He did what he, he did the thing.
Exactly. Like, it's still a great movie, but having seen it and having seen it so many times back in the day, seeing it now, seriously, it's too slow. It
really?
It just doesn't, because time has evolved.
Have you seen The Usual Suspects?
Dude, yes.
But recently.
Yeah.
Because that
just
one
like
I felt, because I was talking about this at the beginning of the podcast, and I watched it with Maria, and, I enjoyed it, but it was a tough sell because she hadn't seen it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And we're used to a different pacing.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, I did see another movie. We'll bring that up later.
Yep.
But remind me because I'll forget because reasons.
Yeah, but I forgot Memento.
Yeah, but I remember watching The Usual Suspect, and it's such a great movie, but it's also such a slow movie.
It is.
Nothing happens in that movie.
But to
They're
be
like,
honest,
we did this and we did that, but nothing happens.
But
you know what I mean?
I prefer The Usual Suspects.
Suspects.
But to be honest, I prefer The Usual Suspects to Memento, to be honest.
Okay, yeah, well, I haven't
really
seen
do.
them back to back.
Memento is still an amazing movie. Don't get me wrong. I'm not shitting on the movie. It's just, it doesn't really hold the podium that I put it on, or pedestal, I guess, that I had it on 10 years ago. Because I haven't seen it in so long. So I saw it because it's on Netflix.
Yeah.
And it's just like, fuck. Yeah, it doesn't deliver.
And now I want to see it because you're saying that
you should.
shit. Yeah.
Do it.
But I saw it recently. I feel like in a million times of that.
Yeah, exactly.
But still don't remember.
No.
That's the thing with those movies.
Again, The Usual Suspects. Swastikas. The Usual Swastikas.
Oh my god, this is just going
It's gonna,
spiraling.
oh my god.
How much wine is left in that box?
Way too much.
Really?
Oh, fuck yeah. Go for it, bro.
Oh shit, I'm seeing, oh shit, no.
Oh shit, yes.
Okay, when you're done, I'm gonna fill mine as well, so I can get a breather. No, Robert, no!
I'm done! Usual Suspects, I prefer it. Because it's so much more happening in that movie.
Yeah,
it's more of an action movie than a drama. Even if it's slow, it is super slow. But with Memento, it's so jumbled. It is so much to sort of try to, be involved in. And he's talking about, that case and then his former life and what's happening.
Yeah.
And it is
and then the cutting back and forth with the black and white and the normal.
Every scene is cut backwards.
Yeah.
So it's so difficult to watch.
No, but I think it was the color stuff is going forwards and the black and white stuff is going backwards.
Yep.
And then you get them sort of what they want to, so you get confused. It really throws you off.
Yes. But when you know that,
you're trying to understand
it. Sucks.
Yeah. Okay.
It doesn't suck.
No, but I do get what you mean. I get
it's a great movie, but it was just very long. It just felt too much.
But I think that it isn't that long as well.
To be honest, I don't know how long it was.
But back to From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yes. Okay. Oh my god, we didn't even get.
Yeah.
We didn't even get to
the vampires.
No.
Yeah.
So
okay,
you said
1.5 hours of the movie is the kidnapping of said family and all that stuff that happened before
and just
we started watching.
Traditional Tarantino type movie.
Yeah.
In a way, I guess. But then it becomes Robert Rodriguez.
They're supposed to meet this sort of source or a guy that's going to get them into this criminal sort of protection.
The whole thing is that they need to get into Mexico.
Yeah.
Escape all the shit that's gone down in the States, get into Mexico, meet up with their contact, and then home free.
Yeah.
Like that's the deal.
They're going to give a 30% commission from what they stole from the bank to these guys, and then they'll get, some protection and stay in this place.
Like, seriously, just getting into Mexico is the home free part.
Yeah.
And then the next part is meeting up with the contact to, then live their lives, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That's the cool thing. Because you've gone through this full movie.
Yeah, that is insane. I didn't even think about it. Like, it didn't even feel like 1.5.
No.
To that point.
Because you've gone with these guys. You're getting to learn the dynamic between them. You get to learn that Quentin broke Clooney out of prison.
Yeah.
You learn the dynamic between the brothers. You learn that Quentin Tarantino's character is this insane, fucked up character.
Mm-hmm.
You get to learn that Clooney is this like professional super thief
and doesn't want to kill people.
Exactly.
He's not a psychopath in any way. He's
got anger issues, of course.
Yeah, of course.
And he's like, if somebody pisses him off, he's gonna beat the fuck out of them.
Yeah.
Like there's no rules, which is also just makes him even cooler.
Mm-hmm.
Not to even speak of the tribal tattoo.
We'll get that at the end. That's the last thing we'll talk about.
Yes.
Because that is the dumbest to coolest thing. Yeah. And then they end up at this place called the Titty Twister, which is the place where they're supposed to meet their contact, okay? And this is the place where shit gets out of hand. And if you watch this movie back then, without knowing shit, or if you watch it...
Let's just say that this place is the fan, and they are the shit.
Very much so. Because they get to this place, and, like, a fight breaks out, and as soon as blood is presented into this place, shit gets out of hand.
Oh, yeah.
And this is when the vampires start coming. Because this is 1:30 into this movie, and this is the first introduction to fucking vampires that you do get. There is no hint at vampires up to this point.
No.
They never mention the occult any which way in this movie.
No.
Like, they just spring it on you. So if you've seen this movie without any warning before, this is the best part about this movie.
Exactly.
I think I had this spoiled before I watched it.
Yeah. No, I didn't.
But I wasn't expecting it at the level that they deliver it on.
I remember it so extremely clearly. Like, so back in the day we did, like, most of us went to a video rental shop and you rented
like Blockbuster
movies.
Or whatever the fuck you have in your country.
Whatever you had. And we had our place, and we really knew these guys in the shop. Like, me and Elias went there all the time. Yeah. Me and my
we
dad.
We even river danced
Oh,
there.
yeah. Many times. No, but we had the one time.
The one time.
The river dance time.
Oh, man, when the
I
guy
will
saw
never
us.
forget.
Yeah, dude,
I will
the disappointment on his face.
Yeah. Seriously.
Yeah, the clerk that
he just
worked
went
there
by, he stopped, looked at us.
with like a bunch of movies in his hands, putting them back on the shelf.
Like, seriously, from a movie scene.
He just froze.
And just like looking at us, and we were
idiots.
river dancing.
Yeah.
And
just pretend river dancing. And he
just kept walking.
No laugh.
No,
there was no
nothing.
Enjoyment in his face.
If anything, we just killed the last joy.
The last joy, yeah. I'm not even supposed to be here today.
Yeah,
that's all.
That was it. Yeah. Anyways, that place. That place. Yeah. So me and my dad went into that place, and they just said, like, guys, you need to rent this movie. Mm. And we said, okay, so, like, what's it about? And they're like, nope. You just need to rent this movie. We're not going to tell you anything. Don't look at the back of it. Don't read anything about it. Just watch this movie. Mm. You need to watch this movie. Because they knew us, and that was the cool thing about the video rental places.
Dude, I still miss
when
it.
When you got to know these people, and they got to know you, and you like this type of movie.
If you had the right guy there,
exactly,
that was interested in movies, it was
and
so
these
much
guys,
better. Yeah.
Seriously, Peter and Roy, like those were the two guys. I love them so much because they made me into the movie geek that I am today. Like, they were so big movie geeks. And, like, they had this passion for movies that I still don't have, but they do. Like, seriously, if you ask them to write a movie script, that would have been, like, the best movie script ever.
Maybe.
Because they know everything.
Yeah.
They know every director, every actor, everything. Like, they are...
I don't agree with that statement, though.
No, but they are like
I've met
Quentin
people
Tarantino.
I've
Quentin
met-
Tarantino,
dude.
but...
I've met people that are so good at movies, but as soon as they start spouting their ideas, I'm like, you're just insane, though. So, but point taken.
But
yes,
who's to say that that's good or bad?
No,
you know? Yeah,
Okay,
I know.
cool. Yeah.
Anyways, the good thing here is that they
Great
did...
disagreement.
they did say, like, don't look up anything. Like, just watch the movie.
Lol, like if you could back then.
Exactly.
Like 96.
No, but seriously, 90s. Yeah,
Dude,
exactly.
look it up at, I don't know. Like, where would you
Dude,
look things up?
don't buy this magazine because
Yeah,
this
because
article
will
and
spoil
on
the
page
story.
blah 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 might actually write. Yeah, no, exactly. There was nothing.
Look it up on nothing.
But point being, we went home, we saw the movie,
Yeah.
and it blew my fucking head off. Oh my god. And to be honest, it kind of blew my head off today again.
Oh, dude, it fucking, like, I was not expecting it to be that good.
No, because
Like, it was insane. Like,
how many times have we seen this movie?
dude, I saw it religiously
billion.
with all my friends. Like, I saw it by myself at least 20 times.
At least.
At least, exactly, being the big number here.
Yeah.
The lowest number, I mean.
Yeah.
And then I saw it with every friend that I had. Like, dude, you need to
Have you seen
watch
this movie? No.
Yeah, no.
All right, we're
okay,
watching
well,
it.
what's
Have you
it
seen
about?
this movie?
Exactly.
They're
Yeah,
like, yes. Do you want to see it again? Yes. All right.
Exactly
Like,
that.
you just kept watching it and analyzing and studying and just enjoying it
No,
because
it's-
that's what it is.
It was so good.
Yeah, and it still is.
It is still that good, yeah.
Yeah. If anything, better.
And the cool thing about this movie is that it still holds up today.
Yeah.
Like, I think
It was so impressive.
Yeah. And I
To
think
be honest.
the win for this movie is that it is practical.
Yeah.
You know, they do
Yeah.
have some effects that are not practical, but it's so little.
Yeah. It's only the one shot.
Yeah, it
that
is
you can really
that.
see,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
that's CG.
Yeah, but it is still, like, a lot of it is sort of, like, incorporated into practical that you don't give a shit.
Exactly.
You know, because there are a lot of scenes that are camera stuff, you know, or, like, cheats. But it's with the practical stuff so that it works. Even the stuff that, you know, looks silly.
But-
you know that it's masks.
But
you
it's
know
still
that
it still looks like a low budget movie. It
Yeah.
is a B movie.
But
like,
it's such
you
a
can't get away from that.
good movie in the way
Yeah.
that they...
Because it's a B movie with an Oscar script.
Yeah,
Like,
it's so
if-
good, and like we
if-
said,
to
and
put it
it's
anyway.
not a heavy script in
No.
any fucking way, but it works. It tells the story it needs to tell.
Yeah.
They're not trying to be deep. They're not trying to be shallow.
No.
They're like, we got this
Pure
story,
entertainment.
and yeah, exactly. And then when they start killing shit,
Yeah. It's so much fun.
it's so much fun.
like, seriously,
Yeah.
we laughed.
We laughed and we
The in-
hooted and we
Yeah.
fucking cheered.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
insane. Like,
It was so
that is
good.
like, when a movie does that to you, like, how many movies do you cheer to? None.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, there are
None.
not many movies
Seriously.
that you cheer to.
No.
We were
This
all
was on the
fucking-
level with Samurai Cop.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
exactly that.
This
but
was
it was
like-
good. You know
Exactly.
what I mean? Samurai Cop is this movie
But shitty.
terribly,
Yeah.
but done with the belief that it's good.
Exactly.
This movie was done
The
like,
opposite
just
way,
the
I guess.
opposite way.
Yeah. It's like a really good movie,
Yeah.
but
But they
a
were
shitty
trying,
movie.
but yeah, exactly. They
Yeah.
were trying to make like this, like, we just want to make this fun ride.
yeah.
Like, we're not trying to make an Oscar
That's
movie.
exactly it. Actually, you fucking nailed it there. Like, it's just these two dudes
Yeah,
wanting to make their movie.
their movie.
Like, we don't give a shit about anybody.
yeah,
We're gonna
we
make.
don't care about Oscars. We don't
Let's
have
make
like,
this fucking awesome vampire movie.
Yeah.
Like, I could just imagine them sitting there, like, super drunk or
Mm-hmm.
super stoned, and like, fuck, oh, that would be so cool, dude. And they're
Dude.
like, fuck, let's do it.
When they actually get to the vampire stuff, that's when you know
Yeah.
it's just fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because up to that point, you're like, oh, this is a serious sort of drama type of movie.
Yeah.
And then suddenly it's like a horror / like gore movie.
Slasher. For
Slasher,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's just so insane.
Bodies exploding and melting and
in a fun way.
flame
Like
and
the fucking when they melt that vampire and he melts away and his eyeballs like go into
the fucking thing.
fucking billiard ball fucking like the
It's
holes
brilliant.
there. Like
And
the
that's
little devil,
Danny Trejo. Yeah.
Exactly when they
Oh
kill
my God.
Danny Trejo. Like that is a fucking stupid
It's so
scene.
good.
But it's so much fun. We
Yes.
all fucking cheered when
We're
that
s-
happened.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
we
yeah.
laughed. It was so good.
It was
like-
going to a live event, just like seriously being at a concert.
Yeah, that's
but
what it
with
felt like.
a
yeah.
movie. Like, God, I loved this. I'm
And it's
so
so
happy.
weird that-
I'm so happy we did this.
Yeah, I'm so happy we chose that movie out of all the movies
And at
that we had.
like seriously, like now we are drunk, but at that point we just started.
We were
drinking.
fucking not drunk
no,
at that
no,
point.
no, no,
No way.
And we had a blast.
And we had eaten before as well,
Yes,
so the alcohol
exactly.
didn't take as much
no.
as now.
So
but
like even being sober, it was a blast.
we laughed
just
so hard.
So much fun.
And it starts off so dark.
Yes.
That's the thing.
Extremely dark.
When they kill the cashier in that liquor store,
Yep.
it's so dark. Like
Yeah.
you're like, what even? And then in the motel with the lady,
That's
when you find out how
that's how
crazy
you go
that
into
brother
the black
is,
hole. Like
you're
that's how
like,
fucking
what
dark
are
it
they
gets.
doing right now? Like this
Yeah.
is like
It's so serious.
it's
It's
so
so
ho-
like horrifying.
that's what I meant. Like it was so hard to find enjoyment in that because
Yeah.
it wasn't like
And
a
he's such-
Django, when they just kill everyone and it's
No.
just Hollywood. You know what I mean? Like it's Quentin Tarantino killing.
Yeah.
You don't care. Like it's just cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
But in this movie, it's just dark.
Yeah.
Like, you were like, okay, so they burned that guy alive, and like where? And then the popcorn, of course, lightens it up a bit.
Yeah. No,
But
they
still-
make that scene funny,
Yeah.
but it is
But
still
it
dark.
takes a while before it gets
But
funny
the
with
scene
it.
in the hotel room
It's
like
so
that
dark.
is dark.
So dark.
That is so
There
horrible.
is no defending that scene. It's
No.
so dark.
And it's so ballsy.
Yeah.
Like to go that route, to go, and I think that is, I think, like for any of us trying to write stuff now, like
Yeah.
trying to create stuff, I think that is the best key here to really bring with us
Yeah.
is that sort of how would you explain it, like the polar opposite thing when you have this really serious super dark thing
Mm-hmm.
and then you balance that out with this extremely ridiculous out of the top thing.
You mean like that follows?
Exactly.
Because it is dark in that place, like
it
it's-
starts with this serious extreme drama thriller. You follow fucking Quentin Tarantino is
He's a
sexual
fucking-
fiend, like
Amongst other
monster.
things. Yeah.
He
he's
is a monster.
Fucking, yeah. But
and
it's
he
his
he
brother.
plays it so well. As
He does
well.
it super well, and it's so creepy all the time
Yeah,
with the
and you
camera
just-
work and everything. That
You're
we
just
talked
like
about.
you want him to die.
You
Like you
so
really
want him
fucking
to
want
die.
him to
Yeah.
die. He is a monster.
Yeah.
And then that turns into vampires exploding or burning
And in
melting.
funny ways as well.
Yeah.
Like it's some of it is ridiculous. Like
So
to the,
you have everything on the scale, like, and it just fucking works.
Yeah.
I think that is what you need in a movie.
Yeah.
Like, if this is a very extreme case, of course, but I think that's what you need to sort of aim for, to have that balance between the extremely awesome with the extremely bad. If you can
Yeah.
get that balance, like, and that's why I love Endgame a lot, because it
okay.
does have that. It has the super lows
Oh,
where
this is
everything is
better.
going to hell.
Yeah.
But then you have the super highs when like Captain America gets Mjolnir.
Yeah.
The
That was
like oh my god, that scene.
Thor, my God.
Thor, my god. No, but like I wept like a baby. Fucking Captain America getting Thor's hammer. Like that was
Getting
so
worthy.
epic.
Yeah.
And you knew that he was worthy
Yeah.
because of that previous movie that happened like 6 movies ago.
When they're trying to.
It's so like it's such an amazing buildup.
Yeah.
Like, that is brilliant storytelling.
Yeah.
So of course, Endgame is not the perfect movie in that way, but they have the
I think it's
the
a
moments.
movie about it making an ending, and endings are hard stuff.
And we're talking about 10 years of
There is
20 movies.
there's a lot of expectation.
Oh my God. Like, it's insane that they did it. And we're talking about the guys from Arrested Development. Get that into your head. Like, it's fucking crazy. These two just chill brothers that, you know, make funny
movies.
Yeah. And then they do this. The highest grossing movie of all
That was insane.
time.
That was insane that it beat Avatar and all that.
It's not insane. It is just common sense.
But it just means that it's insane.
It is insane.
That movies can make that much money.
Yeah.
Like, insane.
Yeah, but the amount of money they put into it too.
Of course, but they still surpassed that, and that is insane.
Yeah. Derailing the fuck out of this. But From Dusk Till Dawn. From Dusk Till Dawn.
It's fucking amazing.
It is like
It's
for
such
me,
a fun ride. Like,
Yeah.
it is such a... Like, it takes you... Like, if the Spectrum was a movie, this movie is it. Like, it
I mean
has
seriously,
everything.
it's got
No, but it has,
a cock gun.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
got a
it is-
penis with balls.
But that's what I mean.
Gun.
And it starts
And it
out with
works.
That's the thing, yeah.
They make that work. And
It's
and,
insane.
and fuck, I didn't look up what the name of the guy was, but like the guy that has the cock gun, he is super
let me just
famous
do that
in
now.
practical effects, and he is very, very famous for being like the guy behind like all of the really awesome kills in the Jason franchise. So all of the Friday the 13th franchise movies. So for instance, like
Okay, I have
think
some stuff.
cracking the head with the belt, like when you tie the guy to the tree and you'd have a
Damn it.
pin or like a branch, and you just, you know, keep
Okay, this is the guy.
tightening the belt.
Thomas Vincent Savini.
Savini!
Sex Machine.
Yes.
Is an American prosthetics, makeup artist, actor, stunt performer, and film director. He's known for his makeup special effects work in many films directed by George A. Romero,
Oh my God. even
including
back
Martin, Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead, Creep Show, Monkey Shines, so Friday the 13th, The Maniac, you remember that one?
Oh my
the
God, yes.
Burning,
Oh my
Prowler,
God.
The Prowler, The Texas
I
Chain
told
Massacre
you, like,
2.
he's done everything.
He's done everything.
He is the
Yeah.
fucking genius.
And he even fucking directed Night of the Living Dead.
What?
Yeah, the remake of Romero's 1968 Night of the Living
The
Dead.
84
yeah.
one.
Yeah, he made the 90s one. A remake of Romero's 68 one.
Which what year?
90 is
90.
the Night of the Living Dead. is a
Return of the
remake.
Living Dead.
No, it's called Night of the Living Dead.
Oh, okay.
Is the 1990s remake of
Fuck.
Romero's 1968
Oh,
Night
okay.
of the Living Dead.
Return of the Living Dead is the one I think we need to watch at some point. I know you don't like horror movies that much.
no, but these aren't like I don't
That's-
qualify these as horror
That's
movies.
more
in
like
that sense.
Toxic Avenger type.
Yeah, but that's what I
pop
mean. Like they're
culture.
very old and silly in the
Yeah,
way that they're
That's one of the movies that I've really held back on getting
Okay.
because it is so close to my heart again.
made.
Return of the Living Dead is the one with the hand going like, you know, it's a comedy horror,
Yeah, but I think
but it's
these
such a
all feel like that.
horrendous horror movie as well. Like that's why I've held back.
I think the only horror movie that I can to this day say I enjoyed was that, like except 30 Days Later, which I don't know what to qualify. It doesn't feel like a horror movie in a sense. You know what I mean?
Which is
30 Days
and
Later.
30 Days and 30 Nights?
No. 30 Days Later. Isn't that what it's called? The one
Which
where
one?
the guy wakes up in the hospital and everything is like nothing. No one's there. 30 Days Later. The one with the red-eye vampire.
28 days.
28 days. There you
Yeah.
go.
I'm like,
That's
what?
the one. I was like 28
Yeah.
days later.
Oh my God.
Because
dude,
drunk.
that's like
That is my
2005?
Yeah, but that's maybe the last time I saw something
Oh
like
my
this.
God, man.
So that one is my favorite. And Dawn of the Dead. Dawn of
You-
the Dead I saw at the cinema.
I've got two
It
movies
was
for you.
Awesome.
I've got two movies for you and your wife.
We don't watch movies together.
The Conjuring, the first one,
Okay.
because it's become a franchise, but the first one.
Huh?
And Sinister.
Never heard of the... Oh, Conjuring I've heard about. The other one, I don't know what it is.
Actually, I'd turn them around and say Sinister and then The Conjuring, but not The Sinister.
Wow,
Sinister.
we're drunk now. Okay, cool.
Oh my God, yeah.
Because reasons podcast. Okay, cool.
Yeah. No, Sinister is one of my favorite horror movies of all time. It's
okay, cool.
Perfect. It's so good. And you are gonna be terrified out of your ass because of that movie. And The Conjuring, pretty much the same. But just like slightly below it.
Sorry, I'm having trouble hearing you.
No, I'm trying to talk louder, Siri. I'm really sorry.
Why the fuck would Siri join
Because we're talking about horror movies and she wants to scare the fuck out of us.
But this is happening a lot. Like, I'm not saying, hey,
it's
Siri.
fucking freaky, dude.
But I don't know what sets her off because she just, like,
Siri,
now and then.
what turns you on?
Hey, Siri. No, you see? Nothing. Why do you talk to
insane.
us? Yeah,
that's
insane.
fucking insane.
Yeah, but we're drunk, so everything is insane right now.
All right, moving on from the
Okay, from the
last
just
words.
last thing.
Yeah.
Last thing. In the end of this movie that you need to watch because the practical effects are hilarious. Everything about
everything about this movie.
1.5 hour in, like the last 18 minutes, they're all worth it. Like it's so much. It has so much value, entertainment value. Watch it with friends to heighten the experience. It starts off as a drama, turning into this crazy splatter horror movie that is worth your time.
Yeah. Again, it really is a collaboration of friends.
Yeah.
Just having...
There's a passion in this one.
Yeah,
that
you can really feel it.
Yeah.
You can feel it.
But at the end... George Clooney takes off his whatever the suit piece he has on.
He's got a jacket on.
Jacket, thank you. Yeah. That was the word for his reasons. And he takes it off, and you can see his whole tribal to throat tattoo.
Yeah.
And you can see that it's painted on.
No, actually, it's well made.
But I mean that it looks like a fresh tattoo.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? He's been in prison.
Yeah.
But he has this fresh tattoo that looks like he did it like a couple of days ago.
And that is,
red swelling.
to be honest, it looks so much better than so many of the tattoos.
Definitely.
You see on screen today.
But I saw that the edges of his tattoo were a bit bulky and
that
not
was
as
the good
sharpy.
thing. That's the good thing.
Sharpy sharp.
Because it looks like, he had a shitty artist do it. So it's it's blown out.
Okay, yeah.
So it's actually started like the lines have blown out of the skin, which is what happens when you go too deep in skin.
Yeah.
So the ink sort of like fades out a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's
it
is really well made.
As a nerd tattoo artist, he said. But this tattoo, even I thought about it, but I was too young at the time. But this, in Sweden at least, probably the whole world.
No, the whole world.
Started getting these tribal tattoos. And think about the word tribal.
Yeah.
You're not in a tribe. You're just some pale-ass motherfucking white person.
Yep, you're a paley.
Paley, as we sort of coined it.
That's our thing.
Getting this tattoo. You don't belong to a tribe.
Nope.
This was a movie. George Clooney doesn't give a shit because he's not in a fucking
tribe.
He's not in a tribe. He doesn't have this tattoo.
To be honest, it's more like a flame going up his arm.
Yeah.
Like, I really analyzed
whatever
it today.
it is,
it
is not
a tribal tattoo.
It's a tribal tattoo.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Everyone was getting a tattoo similar to this.
They're still getting...
The movie's good. That tattoo is not something you should get.
I talked to my master about this specific tattoo, and he said that he's done at least 20 of these.
And 20 of these,
and that's
20 too many.
That is like that exact design.
Oh, cool.
But tribals, like we're talking hundreds.
Yeah.
Hundreds.
And I also told you that I discovered that my wife's sister has one of these
tramp stamps.
The lower back. Yeah, exactly.
That's where you put
that above your butt crack, but not high up enough.
Yeah.
To there is no excuse for
I think it gets too much shit, to be honest.
No, it's not.
And the tribal does as well. Like,
But
I am
it
not really, I'm not the
depends.
tattoo artist that will be shitting on tribal tattoos.
No.
If they look good,
They look
it's a good tattoo.
Of
To be
course.
honest, like, that's
But
all
to
you
be
need.
honest, I had this colleague working as a personal trainer. He had this big tribal on his arm.
Did it look good?
No.
Yeah, well, then it's a bad tattoo.
It's a bad... No, but the thing is, the tattoo in itself didn't look like it was badly made.
Oh, well,
It was
yeah,
just not for
yeah,
this
that's true.
person.
I
You
take
know what
that
I mean?
back. I take
he
that
was
back.
a paley, like
The sign didn't fit him.
him,
Yeah.
exactly. And someone should have told this guy. But he had the tattoo, and we made a lot of jokes about it. And even he agreed.
I mean, fuck, even I have a tribal tattoo. Like, to be honest, the first thing
the
I
first
did.
one you do, yeah. But it doesn't
Like,
read
I
as a
am-
tribal. That's the
No,
thing.
I know, but I am still a walking cliche of the 90s. I have the first tattoo I ever did. Let's go on record here. I have a tribal sun tattoo with Chinese characters
Yes.
in it.
I wanted so badly. No, but I'm not
Like,
saying-
seriously,
dude,
it is the most cliche of
Okay,
cliches.
now that
That's
I've
the
bashed,
first thing I got.
Yeah, but now that I've bashed the tattoos,
No, you
I
haven't bashed
wanted,
anything.
No, but I just mean that I wanted that tattoo.
Of course.
I was just too young to get it, and I'm so happy for it. I also wanted a Chinese sign tattoo, and I didn't get it because I was too young to get
I
it.
have more than the one.
I know. Did you have the lazy one at the?
No, that's
your-
the lazy one.
Oh shit!
on
That,
my
what was the
shoulder.
leg?
Power
Wow, that
and
was it.
strength.
Okay, cool. That is
Yeah.
super cheesy.
It
You're an
is so
idiot.
cheesy. Like,
but it's also
I also love cheese. But yes.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But also,
I
once you
am
get
cheesy.
a tattoo, you don't care. You
No.
know what I mean?
No.
It becomes a part of history where
That's
you
the
were
thing.
at that time. You
Like,
don't really care.
Of course, I'm not proud of these, but it's not like I don't give a shit.
You don't give a shit. That's what I
No,
mean. And the
that's
one you
it.
made for me, the one that says restless on my, like, I never look at it in that sense.
No.
And the last time someone looked at it, they were like, Beatles? You know what I mean? Like, you don't care. It's
No.
just there.
It's for
like,
you.
It's for me. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
That's
you
the
don't
thing.
really care. So
No.
unless you did a tribal, I guess, a big one, and you fucked up.
Yeah. And thank you so much for all the work that you're giving me because, oh my God, how I need to rework all of these.
Yeah, that's
That's-
what I mean. Like they you're making
Yeah.
jobs.
Yeah.
For job opportunities.
Exactly. Thank you. Thank you, tribals.
That's
Thank
what
you,
we should
George
do.
Clooney.
Hey, like creating job opportunities. Next episode, like the second part to that one. Okay, cool. Yeah, I get. We need to move on. But that's what we say. Like, get a tribal tattoo, regret it like 15 years later, and
then-
create job opportunities for
Exactly.
tattoo artists. And with that said, let's dive into the last segment of this drunk bullshit.
The
Let's leave Robert Rodriguez.
Robert
and-
Rodriguez. No, and just bring him right back
Right
in.
back. Fuck yeah, that is
Yeah.
actually true.
It's so good.
because we're going to talk about the latest Mandalorian episode. So if you haven't listened or haven't seen it, I mean, I say a lot of things. If you haven't seen the latest Mandalorian,
If you haven't seen the latest of the Mandalorian,
I'm trying to sound sober, but yeah, I'm failing. But if
Awesome.
you haven't seen the latest Mandalorian, episode 14, that I noticed today,
the
being surprised.
tragedy.
I don't read the names. I don't care. But if you haven't seen the latest one, this is where you opt out, and we thank you for your service, sir. Or
Thank
sir,
you.
or
We salute
sirzette.
you.
Yeah, we salute you, listener of
Whatever.
whatever
yeah,
you
whatever you want to
describe
classify.
yourself.
this. Yeah.
And we're gonna dive into the blah 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 blah.
Yeah. Fuck it.
Okay,
Spoiler
Mandalorian.
alert. Go watch the fucking Mando
Spoiler.
episode and then come back. Listen to this.
And listen to this last part.
Listen to this last part.
Listen
I'm
to
just
it.
gonna
Blah,
fill
blah,
up
blah,
the.
blah, is-
Yeah, baby.
Wow, this is
Oh my
even
God.
worse than the last one
Oh, it's gonna
when we
be
had
so good.
Matthias on.
Not at all. It's so
Okay,
good.
okay, Mando takes Grogu to the Yoda, the Jedi place, in the place where they go, and there are a pile of rocks where you can activate your Jediism to this rock. This is facts.
No,
No,
so
but
that's
it's
like-
basically this place where you can, as a Jedi, you can reach out to other Jedi.
It's the birthplace of The Jedi.
There you go. Robert has it.
I can't remember the name of the planet, to be honest.
Planet Jedi.
Something with a T. But yeah, so
Tatooine.
there's this theory that you have these. So if you've seen the episode, you know that he's sitting on this rock, and the rock lights up with these letters or whatever.
Letters.
Those letters are pre-everything. So that is pre-dark and light side and whatever. And, it is the first language of Jediism, I guess.
Just makes me think of your tattoo master, that he has like dudism, as,
my God, yes.
He's an ordained minister of dudism or whatever.
But he is the dude, like in his complete form. He is the Swedish, the dude.
The dude, yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet dude.
Oh my God, I love him so much. He wrote me just a few weeks ago. So he is in a 1-year meditation camp.
That sounds insane. Keep going.
Keep going. Yes.
With the Jedi stuff.
So if you've seen the episode, he's sitting meditating on this rock, and it lights up with these symbols. Those symbols are pre-everything. So that is, like, we can't read them.
Yeah.
Nobody knows what they mean. But it is like the purest form of like the Jedi.
I love how you fucking sobered up talking about this, you nerd. I feel more drunk than ever, and you're like, yeah, and then the lights light up, and it's like the first language of the Jedi, and then no one knows what they mean. And
the fact that I'm not screaming at this point is actually...
You're so on point that I'm impressed and sort of terrified how nerdy you are. I'm just like, the room is spinning, and you're talking, so... I'm just like, I'm so drunk, and this guy is so on point.
Oh my God,
fucking Jedi!
No,
I barely followed the episode sober. I was like,
so the last episode we recorded, I was pretty much sober, and I screamed like a fucking maniac.
Oh yeah, shit! That episode was really good.
Yeah, this episode I was like, okay, I'm not gonna scream.
It has your childhood
hero. Seriously. Boba Fett is the coolest thing that's ever happened to Star Wars, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. For me, that character is the coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
This episode brings him back. Oh my God! He's so fucking good! It's so good! Oh, it's so good!
Just drunk, and the mics can't take it.
Oh my God!
He just broke the sound fucking barrier with that shit.
My God, we get Boba Fett. We get Boba Fett back.
Like, I know you guys can't see this podcast, but I think his penis is like erect at this point. Like, I don't know what's happened.
It is so
Please save me.
Awesome.
Call a number, whatever number, that saves me from this nerdy stuff. Like, I love Star Wars, but not this much.
No, but seriously, you have Grogu sitting there meditating, and then you have the ship coming in.
Yeah.
For any geek, you know that that's the Slave One. Slave One, Boba Fett is coming in. I was watching this on a laptop in Anna's apartment, which means like, well, I couldn't geek out. I had to like contain myself. So there was no jumping and destroying any couches.
You can go 100% Tom Cruise on this.
So
shit.
I was just sitting there like, oh my God. Like,
I would never understand.
No, but I was like almost screaming. Like, and she wanted me to geek out. She wants me to like emote emotions. Because she's like, that's my flaw as a boyfriend, I guess. I was so very close to tears that I had to lock it down, lock it in, and just fucking sit there.
Why would you do that? Like, I cried watching Logan.
No, but that's a different thing.
Yeah,
no, but that's a totally different thing. Totally different thing. You're not sitting there watching that with your ex-girlfriend in her apartment on a fucking laptop.
I don't adapt.
No.
I cry.
Exactly. No. So I was like, all right, I'm going to watch this 5-6 times when I get back home anyways. No, I didn't have fucking time to watch it again. So it was really, really sad. But I was freaking out. And she was like, what's happening? And I had to explain the stuff and so
that's the worst.
It took me out of it,
Yeah.
like in that way. But seriously, my absolute favorite character of Star Wars ever is back. Oof, it's so good, and the way he is brought back.
Yeah.
Like first he comes back without the armor and just fucking
Dude, I thought that was
owns-
him. I thought
owns
that was
everything.
him. And yeah.
He's like, I don't need my fucking armor. I've got a stick with like a fucking thing on it.
Yeah.
Like seriously, that thing is actually if you're not that deep into Star Wars, it's made to just rinse like clean teeth out of bantha. So it's just like a toothpick.
Yep.
Yeah. He kills stormtroopers with a toothpick. Boba Fett. Without his armor. That's how badass this character is. And then he looks at the fucking Razor Crest?
Yeah,
is the name? Like the Mando's ship.
Yeah.
And he's like, I know my armor's in there.
Yeah.
He goes in and then cut to
him with the suit on. Yeah.
No, but like cut to them kicking ass.
Yeah.
Because they have really epic scenes as well.
Yeah.
Really cool to see the sniper lady get her thing and like so many cool silhouettes
The
in this.
only terrible thing about her is that she gets to say that obvious line that she didn't need to say.
Mm-hmm.
And if it wasn't for Boba Fett, that.
No, but she was dead.
I know. But I don't have a problem with that part. I just have a part with that line that they gave her. Because that's what I talked about before that Dusk Till Dawn didn't have. Like on the nose bullshit.
Yeah.
That they need to explain.
Exactly.
Like,
we know.
Totally get
we
it.
Fucking know.
We totally fucking
You
get
were
it.
there with him.
Yeah, and we've seen the show.
No, definitely. I get that.
And they do that time and time again.
Yeah.
And I don't have, in this show, it's so good that I don't care.
No.
But I would do without it.
Yeah.
But I loved this episode.
Right.
And you know what the best thing is? And I've said that before about this whole show.
That it felt like it was 5 minutes long.
Oh, it was 5 minutes long. I actually, because of that, went back and checked the time on all these episodes.
All right.
They are so short.
Like
I thought
35 minutes or
dude,
30?
some of them are so much less.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How long was this episode? Do you remember?
This episode was 30 something.
Yeah.
34 maybe.
Because it
but
felt
there was
like
one
it was
episode that was 24 or something like that.
Really?
And I looked at it and I was like, I think the last one was like 40 minutes. And that felt like one of the shorter ones.
Oh my God.
But it was one of the longer ones. It's just about what story they're telling. Like the one before that one, before they introduced the Jedi, that felt like the longest one. And it's so pointless for me. Yeah. Like it wasn't bad, but when they go back to that bounty hunter island thingy, that is pointless. They just want to say what they say in those 2 seconds at the end. About the dark stormtroopers, the dark
troopers.
Yeah. That's all they
Which
want
you
to say
see in this
episode. But they were they were just robots.
Yeah, but
that
that's
was
what they
weird.
are.
I thought they were stormtroopers, real.
No. That's the next evolution of them. Which is
go.
so.
I didn't mind.
Let's go deep cuts.
Okay, cool.
So you have these ones, which are the Dark Troopers.
Yep.
And then there is going to be a next evolution of them, which is going to be more like the, what do you call it? The Iron Man suit that the Hulk is in.
The Hulkbuster.
Yeah. The Hulkbuster. It's going to be, so that's the next evolution of the Dark Troopers going to be that.
Oh, shit.
So a prediction of the Geekdom universe is going to be that Moff Gideon is going to be in that suit.
The ending of this episode with Moff Gideon and that shit.
Yeah. Oh.
I just wanted to see more, and then it ends as you expected, but fuck me.
That's where it felt like it was halfway.
Yeah.
And you're like, we have half an episode left.
Yeah, but I was just expecting,
I love that too, that you get to see this. Seriously, it's a baby.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like one.
It looks like a baby.
It's as big as our wine carton in the table here.
Welcome, Grogu.
Yes.
To the show.
Grogu just ripping fucking stormtroopers apart and just like going full force.
And he's letting them.
Pop, 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 pop. And everybody's going like, oh, he's going to go dark side.
Mm.
But if you go back to like, you know, what is it? Episode 6, you know, when Luke has become a Jedi after Empire Strikes Back. Like, it's going way, way back.
Mm-hmm.
When he goes into Jabba's palace to save Leia, he does force choke like people and stuff. And he is full on light side.
Yeah.
So you can't say that Baby Yoda or Grogu is dark side because he force chokes and
No, he's
does
defending
this.
himself.
Exactly.
So that's not a...
So that's not on the table
I
at all.
don't think it is
No.
either.
But
Like-
it's really like seeing this, like seriously, he's the smallest thing
Yeah,
ever.
but I think also
owning
that
these
Moff
fucking
Gideon kind of tells you that he's not going dark side.
No.
He's like, we have our test subject,
Oh,
or
yeah.
whatever the fuck he says.
Exactly.
Like,
Exactly.
they're just going to exploit him to make more dark troopers.
It's
That's
more just
all.
like he's just
He's an
getting it
asset.
confirmed.
No, but he's the
like,
asset, yeah.
Yeah,
He
he's
is
like,
definitely...
we're gonna just fucking suck you dry. and
Exactly
get
that.
what we need. Yes, exactly.
So he just feel they don't care about him. Like they don't want to make him a Sith or anything.
No.
Like they just
They want
to
the blood.
use. Yeah,
they want
just
the midichlorians in his blood.
exactly
The M
that,
count,
yeah.
as they say.
And also they did mention midichlorians in the in Parks and Rec.
Oh.
As someone
Of course
reading the
they did.
emails of Leslie.
Yeah, but her
Knope.
boyfriend, like the guy.
Yeah, he's such a nerd.
I
Yeah.
love him.
I
What's
love
his name?
him. Ben.
Ben.
Oh
Yes.
man, I'm on season 6 now.
Yeah.
And it's-
I am Ben. Like
Yeah.
seriously.
Fuck,
That
Ben
he is
is-
such like I relate to him in such a personal level. Like he is really
Oh dude,
me.
I'm on season 6 and the show is so good.
Mm.
Like
Mm.
I thought it was because I was expecting it to
I
suck.
told you.
I was expecting it to suck at this point because you said it like after season 3 or something.
No, but the last episode, like last season,
okay.
that's when it starts. Like I
but
didn't
it's
feel it
really
anymore.
good. It's really good.
No.
I
For
love
me, it
Rob
just
Lowe. I
everything.
love
It just
everyone.
kept growing, and then they had that unfortunate like drop
Mm-hmm.
where it's just like they didn't get any more, and then they like
wrapped
brought
it
it
up,
back, and it just wasn't there.
Okay.
So I don't know if it's season 7 then maybe.
No, that's the
one.
last one. So
Yeah,
I'm on season 6, like
Yeah.
not even halfway
like
through. But
seriously,
it's-
all the way to the last one, it was just
I
pure.
love like everything
It's
about
so
that show.
good.
Like Little Sebastian.
Yeah.
I don't get what they love about it, but it's just one of
You
those
still fucking
stupid
love it.
things. But it's one of those stupid things that you just enjoy because of reasons.
Yeah.
And I love how it goes from this drama to this stupid, like this show does.
Yeah.
Also drunk, but it just goes.
We're
from,
totally drama, bro.
no, but I just mean that
Let's
the
start
show
crying.
goes from drama.
We should start crying.
to
We haven't started
dumb.
crying.
Yeah, we haven't actually cried.
No.
We're very sorry about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Sorry, not sorry. And
Let's compare penises. That's how we.
Let's do that.
That's how
Or-
we do that.
talk about the Mandalorian.
Yes.
Where we actually
Cry.
cry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you cry
I do.
and
Oh my God.
scream way beyond the limiter on this device.
Yes, I am so sorry. By the way,
You can edit like you always do. You know.
I'm not gonna edit.
You're not gonna.
No, I'm not.
Let's
gonna
like
fucking
just
edit.
be honest about one thing today.
You need to know my love for this episode.
I think they know about your non-editing skills. Because you always say that. You just listen to the episode like, I'm going to cut this out. And you just hear it.
No, but
Yeah.
seriously, you don't know. You
Yeah, but
really
that's
don't
what
know.
I mean. You don't know.
Yeah. No, I do cut out so much.
But it's never the stuff you say you're going to cut out.
No.
It's all the other stuff that we say that is.
No, but the thing is, I am a magician when it comes to editing. Seriously,
See
you
there?
think
Drunk self-confidence
Oh, yes.
is good self-confidence.
No,
and
no.
I have this enormous headache. I love this episode. I can't wait to like find out where it's
to
going.
not listen to it.
Exactly. I'm not gonna listen to this episode. Fuck this episode. This episode can suck my bag of dicks.
Yeah, your Greek
but
penis.
I need to
Yes.
say before we whatever we do after this, throw darts. Shit.
Mando.
I
Mando.
watched something else this week.
No, we haven't finished Mando. Oh
We
my
haven't.
God.
What the hell is left on Mando?
Everything.
Everything's left on Mando. Let's go back to Mando, and then I'll wrap this up at some other point.
Let's
when
just continue from Boba Fett getting
Boba
his
Fett.
fucking armor back.
Okay, so we got derailed all the way from that
Yes.
point. Cool.
Oh my
okay, so
God.
Boba Fett gets his armor back. Woo!
Let's just call it Boba Fett is back.
And in Swedish, fett means awesome.
Yes.
So Boba Fett som fan is
Some
rocking this.
fucking fun.
Okay, so Boba
Yeah.
Fett is back.
Yeah, he's back. And it is amazing. And you also get to see like his lineage.
Lineage is a hard word.
Lineage. Yeah, it is. Yes.
Forgive us, Robert Rodriguez.
But for people that are not as geeky as I am, Boba Fett is a clone of Jango Fett. Like, not an
I
actual
thought Django
baby.
was his dad in this one.
He is.
says, yeah, but
Yeah,
then
but
you're not
nobody is
clone.
a clone. Like,
But
an
you're not-
actual clone.
Yeah, but then you're not the
There's
son
no
of.
baby mama.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, like, if you're a clone of something, you're not. He's not your father. You're just
But
the same.
The thing is,
But
when
a
they
clone.
did the clones,
Yeah.
because every clone warrior is from Django.
Yeah, I know that one.
You know that.
Yeah.
Good. So what they didn't do with Boba Fett is like
Turn him into
remove
a-
and alter stuff. It was
Okay.
just like a pure baby. So just like any, I guess,
Baby.
procreation.
Not the
To-
app.
Yes, the app. No, but like it's just random. Like it's pretty much like having an actual baby.
Okay, but,
But
then it has its own
within
experiences and
clone-
all shit. Yeah.
Exactly. So it's just like his specimen being born into
But
Boba
that-
Fett.
But did they do anything to the baby? Like, did he get raised by Django or anything?
He
Or
was
did-
raised by Django.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah,
what I mean.
yeah.
Okay, then.
Yes,
That's
but
the
then
relationship.
he because Django got killed
Because
off.
Django
in-
was a foundling.
yes,
That's what they say in this
Yes,
one, at least.
yes,
too.
yes,
So
yes,
I guess
yes.
it's canon.
and it's also canon that it's Django's armor.
That he
That
has.
he
yeah.
recolored.
Inherits.
Yeah, exactly. So we get to know that as well. And then that's where the Boba Fett show comes in because it tells us that journey. It is so incredible to finally get Boba Fett back. But not only that, you also get him reacting to like, holy shit, the fucking Empire is back.
Is back, yeah.
It's not like, this is just a big ship. No, it's the Empire.
Mm-hmm.
It's not done. It's not over because they blew up the Death Star. They're still here.
Yeah, fuck. When I started watching this show, I thought this was before the whole thing.
Mm-hmm. No,
But
no,
then,
no.
you
This
know,
is,
yeah.
This is 5 years
This is
after
5
the
year-
death,
yeah, it's
the
after,
explosion.
yeah.
Exactly.
And
So-
the rebels are basically some type of space police, like flying around with their
Yeah.
rebels.
Yeah. They
Uh,
killed Caesar.
They-
What was it?
Zeus. Zeus. Remember Zeus?
Zeus.
They ate him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rebels. What was I gonna say?
The Empire is back. It's 5 years after the thing.
Yep. Yes.
I have no idea what you're
yes.
saying. I'm so drunk at this point.
No, you're
Like,
not.
Oh, dude, I am so drunk. It's insane how drunk I am.
No,
Like,
no. You
it's
just
not.
don't pretend to be sober. That's the whole thing of this show.
I know. Okay, yeah, what he said. Not drunk at all. But everything is very, 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 very spinny.
Very good. Is what it means. All right.
Exactly.
Okay, just your what did you think of the episode? Because you're not a big fan of.
I'm not a big
Boba
fan,
Fett
but
or anything.
what I loved about this episode is the whole Boba Fett thing.
And did you know that it was Robert Rodriguez?
Oh shit, no idea. I was gonna check before or after because I missed it in the beginning.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll watch in the end, but I was so distracted because of stress, so I didn't notice.
Yeah.
But it's such a great episode. And I was going to say this before, but I don't know how we got off topic because we're drunk. And we should be really good to stay on topic. But what I love about the show is how much nothing happens. Or, like, they're so contained. The episodes are so contained. Like, this whole episode of 34 minutes or whatever the fuck it is happens on this rock.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I thought about if you cut these episodes together, you might get maybe a movie. But it just feels like, oh, they're at this place right now. And then this thing happens right here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a very, like, if
No,
you
I
think
get
of
it.
Dust
I
Till
get it.
Dawn, they went from the,
No,
from
it's the same thing.
from the liquor store to the motel to the thing, but they traveled there. You know what I mean?
No, it's just those three places.
But I mean, yeah.
It's the same exact thing.
But in this
To
one,
be
yeah,
honest.
exactly. Every separate episode is just like,
It's
now
like,
they're here.
We're here,
And then the
here.
next, exactly.
Yeah.
And sometimes you get the travel too, But it's very sort of, like, it's not important. Like, it's just,
But
and I
that's how
love-
you know that that's really good storytelling.
but it's really good. That's
because
what I
you
was trying to
don't
get
care
to.
about the traveling part.
You don't care. Yeah.
Because it's like, you know that they were there,
Yeah.
and now they're here.
Mhm.
And you don't care about the
Any-
distance.
yeah, you
It's
don't-
just like, okay, awesome. Continue.
Yeah.
Please give me more of that.
And
Like,
that's what I loved about Dust Till Dawn as well. That
Yes.
you get to the point of things. And then within that point, like, it's a slow, like, it is a slow storytelling because you don't get vampires until 1:30.
yeah.
And I feel that this show as well has that, like, oh, we're going to tell you this, 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 and this. You don't need to know anything of the in-between. You don't need the Han Solo movie in between this
No.
shit. You just, like, you're just going to get the bits that matter. And that's what I feel this show is about. Except the episode 2 times, like the 2 episodes ago.
Yeah.
Where they just travel to get, you as a viewer get 2 pieces, like 1 piece of fact about the dark stormtroopers. You could have done something else with that, but still enjoyable.
But
I
you
think
still,
that is
like,
right.
that still is information that you now have.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
And it's fun.
Yeah.
You have Rocky Guy, whatever his name is.
So do you have any sort of predictions for how
You
this
sure?
is going to play out? Because, I mean, obviously,
Well,
if you haven't seen the episode and you're still listening and you want to sort
because
of
reasons.
just, like, you don't want to watch the show, but just hear us talk about it.
That is strange to me, but
Yeah,
yes.
but some people are like that.
Yeah.
And some people are strange.
I do that as well with
yeah,
other
I know.
podcasts.
Yeah,
talking
no,
about-
I am definitely the same. So you're not strange. You're just one of us. But yeah, they actually kidnap Grogu,
Yeah.
pull him
Or
up.
I don't know if it's that called kidnapping at this point. Oh, well, it is.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
Like,
But he's 50.
He's
I'm
fucking,
like-
he's fucking sleeping on a rock, and they come in,
And
pick him
swoop
up,
him
and
out,
fucking
yeah.
swooping up into an Empire ship.
Yeah.
But all right, so like, what are your predictions of what's gonna happen next?
Fuck. Well, they did
Because-
talk about busting out that comedian.
Bill Burr.
Bill Burr. Thank you,
Yeah.
That I love.
I think he was
but-
like a sharpshooter, like
Yeah.
a sniper type of dude from like. I think he was
I don't
like
know what
in
his
the
character-
Empire,
yeah.
and then
But he thinks that he has some information on.
like
He's
he can
useful in
find
this. Yeah,
he can find
a
him.
kid.
Yeah.
So
I love that because I love Bill Burr.
dude. I love Bill
like,
Burr, but I think
I
they
think his
portrayed
stand-up
him
is-
wrong in this show.
I don't give a shit
but
about that.
I love Bill Burr.
yeah, I
no
think
doubt.
his humor is like so on par with.
But that's what I
mine.
wanted to say. They didn't use his humor.
No,
in
no,
the
no.
previous episode, he was just this hard knob.
He's an actor,
But
just the
I
way he
hope-
was an
but I
actor
hope-
in Breaking Bad.
Yeah,
Same thing.
and also in Zombieverse.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I
He's
haven't
in
seen
the
it.
beginning and the end.
Oh, I haven't
He's
seen
like a
it.
cameo in that one.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's super funny.
I'm not gonna watch it.
also, no, Zombieverse is worth a watch.
What?
It's so good. Like
No.
it starts off super slow. 40 minutes of it is pure trash, And then the rest of the 40 minutes is pure gold.
What?
Dude,
No
it's
way.
so worth a watch.
Okay.
And then it ends on a fucking crescendo with an awesome song
Okay.
that I, to this day, sing.
No
But
way.
not knowing the lyrics of it. Except,
Okay.
a couple.
So, okay.
The zombie verse is worth watching.
Challenge accepted, I guess. I will watch it.
Yeah. But I think that he'll
Yeah.
bust him out. Like, no doubt he'll bust him out. So we'll get that episode.
Mm-hmm.
But then I think... I have no idea. I'm drunk. Go.
No, but yeah, no. I've obviously thought about this way too much. No, I think we're gonna get like to compare it to anything like the end game type of scenario. We're gonna get like everybody that we've seen is gonna come together, and we're gonna try to save Grogu.
And then everyone's gonna die?
Not everybody's gonna die. Okay, because like I've watched way too many of these YouTube videos to not be influenced by them. And the theme that they have is that they're always mirroring the old Star Wars stuff.
Yeah, they are very much doing that.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's going to be now, if you think of the old movies, you had Obi-Wan and Luke going in to save Leia.
Yeah.
Now you have Grogu being captured, so you need Mando and Boba to go in to save Grogu.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be
by the
that-
end of the episode that they owed him that thing. That
Right,
they
and it's
said it
also
like that.
so fucking awesome that
because it's
Boba
basically
Fett,
their fault.
exactly.
So I love that they own
So
up to it.
Boba Fett is like, I am fucking honorable.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stand by my word,
Yeah.
and that just makes me fucking come in my pants.
And I
more
love
than
also
anything.
that Mando is stepping away from the cult shit
Yeah,
that he believed in.
Now it's
believed in
like-
for so long. Yeah.
this is personal.
Yeah.
This is my kid.
Mm.
I'm gonna kill
Also, that
everyone.
the episode starts with him still telling Grogu that he's gonna leave him, basically.
Yeah, and you can
But-
hear.
Yeah.
And it's so like
And I was like,
now
dude,
knowing
no. Yeah.
knowing what happened, how much that fucking hurts
Yeah.
when he's like, yeah.
I hope you
no,
understand, kid.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
oh,
you can just hear him like, I don't want to leave you, but I need to.
But
like,
I hope.
you need to learn the Jedi stuff.
But I can't teach you this stuff.
Yeah.
And I wonder if they're gonna do it so that like they leave it a bit up to you.
Yeah.
Like I wonder if they're gonna do that. They're not known. Disney is not known. They're known for
But
milking
Disney
shit.
fucking sucks.
Yeah, but I wonder
Fuck
if they're gonna
Disney.
leave it open, sort of like that he's gonna go dark. You know what I mean? That he's like, oh, I got you to the point. Like it's a happy ending, but it's not. I'm wondering if it's gonna be that, like that. Mando gets to leave him to a type of Jedi, but then he breaks connection. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's a happy ending where Mando manages his mission, but then that happy ending, since Mando is not longer in the picture, creates a lot of fear in Grogu and leaves him to become dark. You know what I mean?
That's the thing.
And
But that's the beautiful thing
I
that we
hope-
don't know.
yeah. I hope
It
I
just
hope-
leaves so many fucking awesome things
'cause-
open. But to end this thing, because we
episode?
we really need to end the episode.
Oh, I tried, but you said we had things.
Yeah, so I just want to end it with like I just got this really, really horrendous piece of news that I think we need to
Yeah,
share.
I think we should, because I know exactly what you're referring to as well. I read it this morning. And
Yeah,
it's so sad.
it's so sad. It's so fucking horrendous. So oh my god, fuck. Even the mic is falling apart.
It's that sad.
So the writer and director Jon Favreau, like everybody knows this man, he is actually critically injured or like in critical condition and receiving treatment in hospital for severe spinal injuries that occurred as a result of filming Disney's Mandalorian.
It's such a fucking sad piece of news as well.
It's crazy. So doctors say that the director has experienced extreme trauma to his spinal column and damaged several God, I can't like I don't like.
But I mean, that's how it gets you. You know what I mean? Like, it's so
like,
fucking heavy.
He's suffering. Like his discs. He's got a hernia. He's got everything. Like he's actually been really severely hurt. So the injuries are said to have been sustained due to the extreme weight that the actor and director and writer has encumbered while pulling the entire Star Wars universe out of massive black hole that it is, and he has saved the entire Disney Star Wars universe. So
That was the weirdest.
it was so bad.
It was so.
That
bad.
was so bad.
You're all welcome.
Yeah, you are.
He's fine.
He is
Disney
fine.
sucks.
Yeah.
But they're good.
But John
But they
Favreau was
suck.
there.
But John Favreau
He's
is there.
saving
Just
everything.
Fucking
Yeah.
pulls through
Oh my
this.
God, that was so bad.
That was terrible. Acting at its worst.
I tried to read it
Why
just the way it
would
was.
That, yeah, why the fuck would that be hard? I was
Oh.
like, why is he? But then,
But it's so
reasons.
many things, and seriously, it's just like they tell him off as an actor
I
in
know,
here,
I know.
and I'm like, wait, what? You know,
Yeah.
and this is me reading
But
it
that's-
and
yeah.
trying to like,
Okay.
yeah. So
Yeah, okay. So I gave my performance
yeah,
of a lifetime.
You did.
It was really good.
yeah, Oscar worthy.
Well, Thank you for
amazing.
listening.
Yeah.
It's been a blast. I was going to talk about another movie, but I am just too drunk to
Yeah.
talk about anything
Fuck
past
all of
this
that
point.
shit.
You have
Yeah.
been awesome for tuning in.
Thank you
We
so
love
much.
you so much.
Yes, way too much.
Way too much, especially when we're drunk. You know, oh, you're my best friend, blah, blah, blah. Reasons
Exactly.
for loving you.
Sit on my finger.
Sit
yeah.
on my finger.
Yeah.
What?
What?
Cool.
Awesome.
Thank you for listening.
From us
This-
to you.
Fuck
Yes.
you. We
Fuck
love you.
We love you so much.
Goodbyes.
Bye, bye, bye.